different. And I love it, man, because it got me thinking. It got me thinking like I was back in school again. I don't even know where you come up with these questions. I want to know how you come up with these kids. You're so innovative. I'm like, look, I mean, your mind is, like you say, you're a history teacher, and your mind is going all over the place.
And it's also wonderful to hear people talk sanely to each other today.
Yeah, I've done everything. I've done, in the 80s, I did Johnny Carson. I did,
Sure.
Merv Griffin. I did it all. You're sheer 9 or 10. You're probably 9.5.
Oh.
10 is, no one's perfect.
You have something amazing going with the show, and you're educating us.
I mean, I've never told anybody in public about that experience with my dad. And on your platform, I don't know why I did that, because it's so comfortable and we're talking about things that matter.
I love the little anecdote of comedy with your would you pay for it? Would you not? That I love that. I love how you added that in.
We want to know each other. We want to know people's stories. That's what TKN does.
First name Michaela, last name Skinner. Welcome, my friend, to round 2 of the tournament.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine. Absolutely.
Yeah, this was seriously such a blast. I was so excited to come on here, and yeah, it's been incredible.
It's not like an interview, it's like a conversation with your homie.
I appreciate that more than you know, my friend. I really do. Stretch, my friend, I hope you have a great rest of the evening. Last name Ferrigno, first name Lou. Lou, welcome, my friend.
Thank you. That's the best introduction I've ever heard in my life. You know something? You need to quit the show and be my moderator.
So put your hand together for a majestic, out of this world, one-of-a-kind human being. First name Vivica, last name Fox. Welcome, my friend.
Whoa, that was an awesome introduction. Let me tell you that. I don't think I've ever had anyone read my resume with such flow.
Avi is a poet, but he doesn't know it, but his feet show it. You're unbelievable.
Last name Wilkins, first name Lenny. Lenny, welcome, my friend, to the Celebrity Tournament.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to this. It should be fun.
Damn! You said it just like I wrote it.
You gave me good eargasm tonight, man. I love your voice. I love the things that you talk about.
Well, you're the best I've seen. You're the Michael Jordan or LeBron James, whoever you want to make the GOAT.
This is why your audiences love you. This is why you continue to great guests, and great guests beget great guests.
One of my friends was share about Tip O'Neill, the Speaker of the House, and what a smooth voice he had. Your voice and the way you project everything and share with your heart and soul. You got an incredible gift.
I just want to do this again and again. I feel like I've made friends. And again, I've taken the competition part of it out because I've just enjoyed talking to you guys tonight.
Oh man, most definitely. This is, this I think my top. I think the intro you gave me, I gotta get to. I like.
You deserve it.
It really, truly, kind of blows my mind every time when we can get this many people together, thinking, mind melding, positive.
Yes.
Not having to agree all the time with everything, but not getting ugly about it. And not, it's just, I feel like it's a microcosm of what it could be.
Did you have a nice time tonight in the green room?
I had a great time. I can't tell you how refreshing it is that somebody knows what they're doing.
You're a very interesting person. I mean,
you
are with all this rhyming stuff. You must really put a lot of effort into this, and I would love to read or see something that you've written.
Thank you.
Because I'm sure it's really interesting.
Or not podcast. I guess it's like we're just a show now. You're a show. You're a full-blown show.
I can count my friends on one hand. Well, wait, on one finger. You.
Oh man, thank you so much, my friend. You are awesome. Don't even hang your hats on the past, because if you don't heal from what hurts you, you'll bleed on people that never even cut you to begin with. It had nothing to do with your pain.
Okay.
So
Tell him, Robbie. Tell him.
You guys are bringing the best out of me. That is the truth. Guys, Chris, did you have a good time? You've done a lot of interviews. Is this kind of up there for you?
Yeah. I had a great time today, Avi. I mean, because you are engaged in what is a conversation and not a performance.
Scars remind us
of where we've been, they need not dictate where we're going. And I think in a way that kind of addresses this question. So in other words, I think it is almost inevitable. There's going to be pain, there's going to be scarring, there's going to be all kinds of this that's going to happen over the course of a life.
She would sit at the kitchen table looking out the window for quite a period of time while the food was getting prepared. And I wish I took that time to sit down with her and ask her questions about her being a child.
All about family, and
wow.
I can tell you, my friend, your presence is a present, because even though we don't know each other very well, starting to get to know you has been a real present and a gift because of the truth and honesty that you share. It makes me a braver person. It makes me a more courageous person, and that's from my heart.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. And hey, if there's anything I can do for you going forward, I'm here. You just call me.
This thing has drawn me out of myself and thereby drawn me into myself. But I learned a lot. And from you, Avi, I always learned something from you.
Continue to work as hard as you can, because by working, Avi, you will keep yourself busy and get used to the grief.
Another trio of questions, now more underrated. We have Billy D. Williams, Italian men named Skippy, or unicycle.
I'm sorry, Italian men named Skippy. Put me away, Abby.
Archie Bunker, the mountain climber, Ralph Cramden, the yoga instructor, or Don Corleone, the computer repair person.
It's clearly an issue with the hard drive.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to go Don Corleone.
Christmas, is it because it does create those amazing memories that I've, and Sarge, I know you've been there too, because I've seen you at so many different great events for Muscular Dystrophy Association.
There is nothing that was on TV tonight that even remotely rivals what we did on this broadcast.
Hi, I'm Rick Barry, a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame and one of the NBA's top 50 players. And I'm really excited to tell you about my new relationship in the broadcasting world with the new network.
It's TKN, and a young man named Avi Klein has poured his blood, sweat, and tears into creating this new network and assembling an amazing group of individuals.
Legends from every walk of life who are just bringing their knowledge and their experience and their wisdom, and this is amazing. I feel like this is a cosmic convergence of what is most important to him, and he's such a stand-up guy.
Avi, congratulations. I don't know anybody that can talk as much as you. Seriously, I thought I could talk. You are unreal. What you do it with class, understanding, professionalism. You're simply amazing. I told you that when I first met you. And you ran off my autobiography. It basically was a book. It was simply fantastic. And to think that you do that every show.
Very respectful, and he really connects with the artists and his audiences. And I felt like this guy's on to something, and I'm proud to be a part of this with him.
And I really thank your support. I lost my father, and you were the first person to support me and all that, and I thank you so much for that. It meant a lot to me.
The greatest wealth is when you can share it with someone. You can share your victories, you can share your failure, you can express your deepest feelings, but the greatest wealth is to be able to say that I have a friend. And I feel an unbelievable level of wealth. And a lot of that is because I have somebody like you.
You here to win the whole darn tournament?
I don't play. I just win.
Robert, would you like to win this entire tournament?
You know, all those luminaries and athletes and strongmen notwithstanding, the most dangerous place on this show is between me and that prize. That's all I'm going to say.
You're chomping at the bit to get in this thing.
Oh yeah, man. I've been telling you, brother. You brought up some names to me, and I was like, I can't wait. I hope they don't see me because it's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones, baby, and I'm not playing.
Are you here to win the entire thing, my friend?
I'll just say this, Avi. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Are you here to win the entire celebrity tournament when it's all said and done?
You know, I saw the video package, and I saw a very familiar face in Mike Rotundo, better known as IRS, and he said that he was here for the winner, winner chicken dinner, and I want to take away that chicken dinner, so yes, I want to get this whole shebang.
Tonight, Avi Klein launches the TKN network. It's been over 2.5 years in the making. And tonight, with mystery guests and the big debate, it's going to be, well, let's just say hotter than hell. So don't miss it.
And talent, last name Smith, first name Joe Smith. Welcome, my friend.
Oh my God, Avi. Where did you get all of that from? Oh my God.
Gals and pals, it's TKN Saturday night. We appreciate you being here with us, inviting us to your living room, because this is a place where we have philosophical fun and provide you, hopefully, with endless edutainment. That's where entertainment meets education. They get all married together. That's, you know, I have had the most successful marriages, but this place is a very successful marriage that unites all of us from different walks of life. We do spread positivity. It is a place where strangers leave as friends, but there's nothing wrong with competitive camaraderie. Gene Banks is here, guys and gals and pals, and he can tell you when you're playing some basketball, sometimes there's nothing wrong with a little trash talk with your friends. At the end of the day, there's a handshake, there's a hug. That's what this place is all about. We know that we have, in the spirit of good old-fashioned competition, in this sport of the mind, I don't mind reminding you that you are what makes this thing go. You're the engine that makes this thing go. Over 6 million views. We appreciate that on our YouTube channel alone. Thank you. Check it out. That is the new network, guys and gals and pals. And we appreciate Amazon Prime picking us up 6 episodes for round number 3 of the celebrity tournament, where as of now, 155 Hall of Famers from the world of sports, music, and wrestling, not to mention Oscar, Grammy, Tony, Emmy, Golden Globe, AMA, WGA, and Olympians, all competing for the pride of the prize. But guys and gals and pals, it's not merely about the prize. It's also not the size. It's looking in the eyes of every single participant and realizing how they are giving us a bit of themselves. We get to know the person behind the persona. There's nothing more interesting than that. And guys and gals and pals, I love being able to go very, very deep and have conversations that both provide levity and some thought. How about that? So with that being said, let's bring in our greats right now. I see Gene in the back, I see Jason in the back, and I see Erin in the back. So with that, dear diary, I speak of the word greatness and revel in its glory. Are we exposed to such greatness through hearsay, fable, or an amazing story? Nope. We've seen greatness in the form of character, dignity, honor, and passion that is hard to break. If you dismiss her passion and her dreams, you might wind up sobbing on Ricky Lake. Our first participant is a highly intelligent and talented human being. Her down-to-earth nature and authentic self is a breath of fresh air. She has broken barriers, worked tirelessly, and has never left her dreams remain asleep. She runs the day rather than letting the day run her. How do I get the message out regarding her? Telegram, tell your fam. When they tune in, bam, they'll tell you like Uncle Sam that this human being's work resonates from here to Birmingham. She's fearless in the pursuit of what sets her soul on fire. Guys and gals, she was born in Sonora, California, but grew up in Jersey, Middleton to be exact. A fellow Jerseyite, right on Jersey rules, and that much is a fact. Her on-screen presence and resume is vast, be it film, TV, or commercials. Her commitment to the craft of storytelling is refreshing, as she's experienced a bevy of auditions and rehearsals. Good for her, as her purpose is never distracting. As human beings, we're always adapting. Like an extroverted chameleon on ice, spitting rhymes, her range is limitless, and her fans are always reacting. There's no subtracting. The fact that she's impacting while interacting, her career is a happening, and definitely everlasting, so let me keep rapping. Her body of work is extensive and inspirational, as she lit up the screen in The Offer, Tremors, and Far Haven. Her artistry is innovative and fresh. That's definitely what 2025 is craving. So please welcome a talented, diverse, positive human being. Last name O'Brien. First name Erin. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, thank you. That was awesome. I appreciate you.
No problem at all. You deserve it. I always tell everyone here that's part of this tournament, yourself, Jason, and Gene included, The easiest part for me is to come up with not only the accolades, but reminding people how amazing you guys are for sharing yourselves with everybody else, keeping people going. And I appreciate you for who you are and what you stand for, not to mention a champion of animal rights. I love that.
Thank you. I appreciate you. That is so sweet.
Well, Erin, you know, you've done a couple of these already before. One more shot to make it to round number 3. Before I get into that, I do want to let everybody know that when it comes to this experience here, you know, we communicate behind the scenes a lot. You do so much. Again, I talked about animal rights, but when it comes to your passion of storytelling, one thing I want to bring up is the fact that as an independent storyteller, you are constantly taking on different roles, getting to know different characters. I have a different philosophy about becoming a character. I feel like we get to know the character, maybe not become the character. But there's something you did recently that's definitely worth mentioning with Mr. Richard Grieco. Am I right?
Yeah, I did a film called The Painter. It's a faith-based film. Richard directed it, wrote it. When I read the script, I literally got chills. It's just a beautiful story, and I really think we created something special. We filmed it in 1 week, which is unheard of.
Wow.
In Marietta. I know, Marietta, Georgia. And I just think God was with us. Like we worked so hard and tirelessly, and especially Richard. But I just think we came up with something really beautiful, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Without question. And again, when it comes to work on stage, on set, the storyteller always likes to keep their work truthful and honest. You definitely do that. Is there a favorite role? I've never asked you this. A favorite role of yours?
Right now, it's The Painter because
The Painter.
I don't know. There was something really special, and I enjoyed playing that character, and it was a lot of emotional scenes and beautiful scenes, and there's so much love in this film, and I really think that shows. But I really enjoyed it.
Do you prefer playing characters that, and I guess maybe this isn't a black and white type answer, but do you prefer playing characters that are closer to Erin O'Brien, or someone not so much because of the challenge?
Okay, so when I started, for a long time, I really liked playing dark characters, they had issues, they had a past, just really maybe, addicted to drugs, really a lot going on. Now I'm kind of going to, this might be a transition in my life too, just kind of going towards lighter, characters or less heavy.
It could have a lot to do with all the dogs you adopt.
Yeah, maybe they really do something to your heart.
Right. I would say I would use the word interesting to say that if you're playing a serial killer who's murdering and tying people up and then coming back home 2 hours later and greeting your dogs with a smile, that'd be kind of a
dogs are the best.
Transition.
Well, most people say, "Oh, I like dogs better than people," and you know what? Kinda.
I like the people around me. I like you guys.
Right.
But, yeah.
They're perfect, though. They're perfect. Everything about dogs are perfect.
You know what would be perfect, though? How about this? Maybe taking, of course, your husband, your dogs to Greece, first class, 5 days, 5 nights. Thanks to our sponsor, Progresso Soup. We got to thank them because they are making it all happen. If you win this whole thing, it is $15,000 and it is a 5-day, 5-night trip to Greece. Would you like to win it all, Erin?
Yes, and I want to take my 10 dogs to Greece and my husband.
10 dogs.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, guys, we'll make that work. Progresso, please get on that. Erin, I'll put you backstage and bring the gang, and we'll be on off to the races.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, my friend, guys and gals and pals. That's Erin O'Brien. Such a positive human being. Definitely brings out the best in people. There's no doubt about that. And right now, guys, let's bring out 2 other gentlemen who do the same. Guys and gals and pals, getting to know this human being in 2025 has been a real blessing for me because of what he stands for, how he honors his wife. Man, it's family, right? There's nothing more important than family in this world. And this gentleman definitely has his priorities straight. There's no doubt about that. A champion is afraid of losing. Everyone else is afraid of winning. I have a great deal of respect for my next guest. He reminds us that it's not a race against anyone else, but rather the real journey is only against yourself and your unrealized potential. You have no idea what you're capable of until you test your limits. He grew up in West Philadelphia, guys and gals and pals, as his mom, Barbara, was truly an inspirational force. She didn't let a little thing like tuberculosis stop her from living life to the fullest or change her course. She was a devoted churchwoman and mother of 8 children, including Derek and Daryl, 4 daughters, Barbara, Natalie, Pamela, Heidi, and tonight's incredible guest. He was one of the most coveted high school players of all time, and he played for the West Philadelphia Speed Boys. They were a legendary crew, guys and gals, that won state titles and drew crowds of such magnitude with their talented poise that they began playing their games as preliminaries to the Sixers, as their audience always brought the noise. He didn't know a lot about Duke, but his English teacher asked him for academic reasons to give them a shot. His high school coach, Joey Goldberg, had worked camps with Duke head coach Phil Foster, so hey, why not? It came down to UNC, UCLA, Duke, Notre Dame, and Penn, which was practically next door. Even the almighty Will Chamberlain put in a call to UCLA so that he could play on their floor. In January of 77, this man stunned the world by announcing at a press conference that he was committing to the Duke Blue. This man is coming t-shirts were showing up on the Duke campus as his legend grew and grew. Even before he ruled the 77 Capital Classic All-Star game, his game was as reliable as Grandma Stu, and his defenders would go crazy attempting to guard him like Jack Nicholson going cuckoo. He changed things right away as Duke started selling, guys and gals, they started selling out Cameron Indoor Stadium due to his presence. He ruled the courts like a Wild West sheriff, portrayed by the rough and tough Jack Palance. Senior Day was one of the most memorable regular season games in Duke history. For those that recall those events, this memory is definitely not a mystery. Pre-game, he handed out red roses to the student sections, just as he had done in his last high school game in Philly. He made, guys and gals, the improbable shot that sent the game with UNC into overtime. He also made the shot in the OT that provided the 66-65 victory, as I continue to rhyme. If you were an opponent of his, you were definitely in trouble like a bunny kicking it in the Everglades. It is now time for me to chronicle this man's many accomplishments and accolades. He was a two-time All-American, guys and gals, and a member of the ACC Hall of Fame and Duke Hall of Fame. He was ACC Rookie of the Year in 78, first-team All-ACC in 81, second-team All-ACC from 78 to 80, first-team Parade All-American in 76-77, McDonald's All-American in 77, team MVP 3 times. He was the 6th all-time scorer in Duke history. He pioneered a new style of play at Duke. He helped Duke reach the NCAA championship game in 1978. He's 6th all-time in scoring at Duke with 2,079 career points. He was a great pro as he helped lead the Spurs to the conference finals against the Lakers in 83. His passion and consistency ushered in the joy and endless glee. As his legacy was cemented since he was a teen, he was a force on the court like Arnold playing machine. He gave opposing coaches headaches, including legends named Dean. So give it up for a talented, kind, positive human being. Last name Banks. First name Gene. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing? I can't believe you got any more air left in.
I'm excited.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be around you and Erin and Jason. And again, that comes from the heart, Gene. There's a lot of luminaries, and I don't judge anyone. I really don't. But when I invite people to do this tournament, it's because, man, there's something about them that really speaks to me. And there's something about you when we first spoke on the phone. Our good friend Mitch got us together. There's something about you the first time we spoke on the phone that really resonates with me. And that's your humanity, my friend. And I appreciate you.
Well, I try my best. A lot of that came from my mom, and also I give my dad his credit as well. But and that's where it's always been. And the one thing about it that's even more so, my love of people, and then being able to experience going overseas. To play overseas and experience different cultures. Like when I was in Israel, Argentina, I mean, it was just amazing to be able to have that experience and deal with and break bread with different cultures.
I know it sounds a little bit simple when I bring this up, but it starts with a basketball. It starts with a round ball, and then you develop your game and you commit yourself to the game, and then you meet other people who did the same, who are like-minded, and now this little basketball takes you all around the world. It's incredible.
It's amazing. It's amazing kind of concept that now it's gotten a little weird with the AAU thing.
Yes.
Before that, we had
Lack of fundamentals, maybe lack of fundamentals, perhaps.
It's guys that are coaching, supposed to be leaders. They're trying to get the best players together so they can go and compete and win. But they're also trying to show themselves as coaches. They're trying to get these kids opportunities because these coaches are coming and watching. But there's no basic training, intense training, which I would love to see. So I'm not a big AAU fan.
I'm not either, my friend. And again, I know that a lot of the veterans, especially the ones that, we're in the same circles. I had a conversation with Rick Barry, who's a close friend of mine recently, and Rick said the same thing about AAU basketball. He actually went on to say he thinks it might be destroying the game outright, depending on your viewpoints on that. But I will say this, what didn't destroy the game outright was back to you. You're modest, so I'll bring it back to you because you won't, is your dedication to the game, but also giving back. And that's what I love, is how much you give back. You wear the Duke blue with pride, but you're also such a great mentor to some amazing young players. Recently, of course, we know Cooper Flagg, a Dallas Maverick, of course. We know what he did with Duke. You being a mentor for others is as rewarding, perhaps, maybe I'll ask you this question, as some of your accolades.
Well, I tell you what's really interesting. I was raised in Philadelphia.
Yes.
And the people that came along to help me out, brought me along with James Flint, and that is Bruiser Flint's father.
Right.
The great Bruiser Flint, who coaches and still coaches now. His father, I remember Bruiser used to sit at the edge of my bed and fix my tennis shoe before I played. And then comes the great Sonny Hill. If you don't know who Sonny Hill is, he had the Sonny Hill Bakery in Philadelphia, and his tutelage with him and Hildebrand Pelzer, pothead, and we call him that, and Bob Vanderhoof. Larry Cannon was one of my coaches. We had Claude Gross, T. Shields, there was a plethora of people that were not just my tutors, but they were like my mentors, that they put a foot in your behind if you didn't act right. And I was very fortunate to have that and have that steer with, and then let alone Coach Goldenberg molded everything and finished up the product for me going into higher education and athletics.
I love how you speak well of your mentors. And again, you're giving it back, my friend, one of the greatest college basketball, high school players, and of course, NBA great Gene Banks. And you also, without knowing this, unknowingly, you gave me a rhyme. You mentioned Larry Cannon. Guys and gals, the next time I bring back Gene, I'll mention one of his former teammates, Larry Keenan. There was a Larry Keenan in San Antonio as well. So you gave me a rhyme. Thank you for that. My friend, I have to ask you the age-old question again. You know, this is a long tournament. I tell people that each round of the tournament represents like a season in television. 9 to 10 months. That's kind of what this is. It's a season, and we like that because then new people discover without missing out what they missed out on. So that's what this tournament is. It's definitely not for the those who idolize the short form of media. I like the long form. That's how we get to know people. But 15 grand, 5-day, 5-night trip to Greece. Would you like to win it all?
Oh, I love that. I mean, I love that's one place I went. I didn't go. Well, I went to Greece and played for Israel team, so but I didn't stay there long. But I would love to win it all. There's no doubt about it. Who doesn't like to win? I
love that, my friend. Well, I'm already a winner. I got the best seat in the house. I'll put you backstage and bring you right back in.
Sounds good.
Mr. Gene Banks, guys and gals and pals. And again, I just big shout out again to the studio. Not affiliated with our show, but working for Universal. Thank you guys for believing in this show. We thank you for believing in this and starting to come around and see what the show represents. A lot of student ties said, you can't have a show that does so well in terms of numbers if it stays positive. Well, yes, we can. Guys and gals and pals. And again, guys, these topics that are presented and conceived by yours truly, we appreciate the fact that some of you in the comment section are always going deep as well with your comments. We see what you're doing, and we appreciate that. Guys and gals, well, a gentleman who's become one of my best friends. I love this guy. I really do. Some traverse near and far to see what they cannot see before them. It took me all of 30 seconds to realize this man is authentic, genuine, and he's the real deal. Walt Whitman said, let your soul stand cool and composed before a million universes. And those words make me think of our next participant as he epitomizes that very quote. He's a man that can do it all and do it well. Whenever he speaks, we listen because he always has a positive message and story to tell. Benjamin Franklin said, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. He's an incredible writer and storyteller, and his energy is always inviting. He happens to be one of the favorites in this, guys and gals, star-studded field. We've all witnessed his talent, intellect, and vibe, something that cannot be concealed. As a human being, his heart cannot contain the kindness that his soul pours out. When in his presence, you'll be sure to smile. You'll never pout. We need not raise his voice or let his presence be felt, so don't expect a shout. I appreciate his friendship as his talent and depth go several magnitudes of order deep. As a storyteller, his canvas has displayed art that will never sleep. As a writer, his emphasis on substance always goes underneath the skin. He's, guys and gals, in this round of the tournament, to no one's chagrin, so be sure to call your pals, phone in, and get ready to grin. And we welcome, guys and gals, the one and only Mr. Jason London. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, guys. Hey, Avi, when I write my book, you have to do the foreword.
Okay, I promise.
Just before they even read the book, be like, I don't even care if the book's good. Just this guy's amazing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good things to say about you. It might be an 85-page forward. I'll tell you that.
Stop.
No, man, I'm serious, man.
So happy to be back, man.
Yes, and the audience loves you, and what rightly so. You've been part of this network since almost the dawn of it, Jason.
Yes, man. This is funny how we when I started with you, we thought this was just such a great forum, and of course you with your brilliant writing and everything. But man, for it to blow up, it was exactly what I knew was going to happen, and so I'm really just so happy to be a part of this. And whoever voted me back in, I love you, and I'll send you $5. Thanks.
Well, brother, let me tell you this. Yeah, I always like to use the analogy of the limo and the bus. Your friends are with you even when that car or limo breaks down and you have to ride the bus. When we started this thing, it was definitely a bus, and you were right there riding it with us, man. You always showed love and appreciation.
Well, brother.
Never wavered.
I love you beyond words, and I support you 100%. And I've been so honored to be able to meet people like Gene, and to meet, just like to be able to be a part of this, and to get to know people that you never thought you would get to know. And
I appreciate that.
So I just love this. And
you know what, man?
Erin and I have known each other for quite a while. So
yes,
I'm a giant fan of hers.
And reconnecting with her, and I definitely want to talk about a story. I won't mention this here. Of course, if someone she is very close to in life wants to talk about his story, he's got quite the story, and we could do that very soon in the future as well. I know you know him as well. Jason, of course, strangers leave us friends. It's great to see what happens, but would it be kind of cool to win 15 grand on a 5-day trip to Greece?
Well, I mean, you'd have to be silly to say no to that. I mean, that would be a blast. It would be so much fun. And, for me, I get so much joy out of just doing this that would just be a little icing on the cake. That would be wonderful. Also, I've never been to Greece. I've been all over the world. I've been to the Mediterranean, I've been to Turkey, places like that. But to go to Greece would be really special. I mean, it really would be.
And we love all the love that everyone gives Jason, guys and gals, across the world at some of these amazing cons and conventions. It is incredible.
$5. Thanks.
Oh, that's where the $5 came from. Okay, got to the $5. Yeah. Guys and gals, Mr. Jason London's here. Erin O'Brien is here. I'm going to bring Gene Banks up on screen right now as well. We are all here to have a great time with topic number 1. And guys and gals, I'm going to kick it over to Mr. Duke Basketball himself. Gene, I'll set up the topic, of course, for Gene. We all have the same topic. You guys can go as long as you want. There's no time limit, of course. Guys and gals and pals in the comment section, feel free to participate as well. So when it comes to this particular topic, I definitely want to let you guys know again, when you are voting, voting's a good thing. It's not a negative thing over here. When I talk about voting, I talk about how you're letting the person know that they resonated with you. And I don't think there's anything more important than that. So with that, guys and gals and pals, let me introduce topic number 1. I call it The Honor Is All Mine. Gene, if you had one opportunity to honor a mentor of yours, who would it be and why? And how would you honor them and why? My friend, the floor belongs to you.
Well, it's really interesting that you mentioned in your presentation of a person that was very influential to me, and he was the main person that steered my direction to Duke University, and that person is Dr. William H. Deadwaller Jr. He was my English teacher at West Philadelphia High School. He was one that was not only teaching at West Philadelphia High School, but he was also doing some things at University of Pennsylvania at the Wharton School. But he was my teacher. He was a part of that guy in that movie, like Joe Clark. Remember him? that movie. He was Joe Clark. He was abrasive, like
lean on me, right? Lean on me.
Yes. His mannerisms was like that. And when you walk down the hallway, you all the students ran and were scared of him because he would call you out. But he was so influential with me because when I was number 1 player in America, I got to visit all these colleges, but the NCAA only allowed you to visit 6 where they paid for. So I visited University of Carolina. I saw them on TV. NC State because of David Thompson, saw them on TV. Michigan on TV. UCLA and Notre Dame. So that influence of watching NBC and CBS with the NCAAs was very influential, seeing that and seeing these programs. What was deep about it was that now I have one more left to fill it out because my coach said we got to pick these and turn them in. I was going to go to Hawaii just for the trip. Okay, so I mean, who doesn't want to go to take a trip to Hawaii? Even though I wasn't really interested in going, but I mean, I was going to go. Let them pay for it. I'm going to go to Hawaii. So, but my English teacher, Bill Foster, who was a coach at the time, I didn't know much about Duke. I mean, I'm in the North. I'm in the Northeast. We got Philadelphia. We got the Big Five. We got LaSalle, Temple, Penn, Villanova, St. Joe's. So we didn't care about what's happening in the South. And, I wasn't into all that stuff that was going on. But Bill Foster dropped off a book of Duke University, not the team, because the team sucked. they was in last place for 5 years in a row. So I take the book. I'm going over his house. He's giving me some extra tutoring. He sees the book and he goes to me and says, Gene, Duke University, a fine institution, blah, 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 blah. And I'm hearing this, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to not pay attention to it. And he just kept harping. He wanted me just to go visit Duke because as a 17-year-old in the inner city coming from where I was, and he just wanted me to get the exposure to go to a school, visit a school and see Duke University, the campus and all that. And just to get him off my back, I said, okay, I'll go. So I went, and as you know, being a number 1 player, they're going to roll the red carpet. They're going to kiss your patootie. You know how that is. So, but so I saw that, and make a long story short, I came back. I still went through. I couldn't stay home and all that. And I went upstairs, and I'm not gonna drag this on, but I one instance I told my Mom, I really don't know where I want to go. I mean, every school is just as nice as the other school. You know, you got big major colleges. And she told me to go in the room and I want you to pray about it. Okay, so I go like Scooby Doo. Oh, so okay, okay. So I go in the room. She closed my door. We had those old doors. We had the skeleton. She locked the door. Told everybody leave me alone. I put on my. It's funny. I used to love Barry White music because of the orchestra,
Who
and
doesn't?
pick up some lines. I'm 17 years old trying to be mature, get my line, get my lines together for the girls. Hey, baby, please, baby, But anyway, so I'm laying down, I'm laying down, and I started dreaming wearing a Duke uniform, dreaming about the season, me coming there, blah, blah. So I wake up, I told her, I said, Mom, I know where I want to go. She didn't even ask me. She goes downstairs, she makes some food, she calls the school said, don't come up right now. Don't come up. The world wants to know, we're going to get the press and all that. So, okay. We're walking to school, and my stepdad had he had the truck. So Westwood is only like 3 or 4 blocks from my house. We're walking. I'm scared because I'm getting ready to make a really major decision, and I'm scared. And my mom is walking. It's like she's taking me to kindergarten. It's just, I'm not making this up. So, but she put her hand down and she said, "It's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. And whatever's going to happen, the Lord's going to lead you to do something great." And when she put her hand in my hand, I basically went, okay, and I felt the confidence. When I went into press conferences, tons of people in it, I go, well, I'm going to go trying to be like a man. I'm going to go to Duke. It's not so much where Duke is going to do for me as what I'm going to do for Duke, blah, blah, blah. Everybody went, what? Does Duke even have a basketball team? Holy craps! Somebody goes, they suck. So you had to be at this press conference back then during that time. You didn't have the phone, so they had the press jump up. They go try to get the phones. But the irony of it is, I go to Duke my first year. Everything I dreamt about came true. We went straight to the championship game, all the way to the championship, which was an amazing, like a Cinderella story. We lost to Kentucky by 6 points, but just to have that with a bunch of freshmen. So I contribute Dr. Deadwaller for that. And he stayed on me about my academics. My SAT score sucked, but I was an all AB student. He was the main guy that really pushed me. And to have that kind of person do that, Duke owes him all the debt because if it wasn't for him, they would never been in the running at all or thoughts.
I love how you honored him, and to add to that, because I was also thinking about Joe Goldberg, and the way he would always talk about you. Joe Goldenberg would say that you were great with people, you knew how to speak with people, but you witnessed a lot of conflict because when you went back to your academics, I mean, God, it wasn't easy. I know easy doesn't win ball games, but there were fights, there were knife fights, there was a lot of gang activity as well back then in that area, and the way you were able to rise above that and use that as motivation to talk to others, I think is really amazing. And again, when it comes to being able to interact with players, Magic Johnson always said he at first wasn't interested in going to his high school because that's when, of course, they were desegregating schools, but he realized it was a blessing because he got to know Caucasian students. He got to befriend them. He realized that they're not different at all. He took that experience with him to Michigan State as a Spartan, and he said that's one of the great factors in the late 70s, as we're seeing now, which is so stupid because we all bleed red, right? It's so dumb that people are obviously so enamored with something as stupid and trite as color. But he said that experience really helped him out a lot. Now, someone as well-traveled as you, I take it one step further. You played in Israel. You played all over the world. I mean, God Almighty, there isn't really enough to describe how, as I brought this up before we went on air, how a basketball was able to take you all across the world. But if you're not prepared mentally to really understand people and relate to them, that's not going to really do much.
Here's the other thing, Erin and Jay. Here's something that you guys go through trials and tribulations. My traveling overseas, where you have adversities. Like I don't know if Erin, you might not have gotten a part, or something happened here. Jason, something happened with you. I broke my wrist. My last game at Duke. and the NBA draft's getting ready to come up
Yeah.
in 4 months. I was supposed to be like the 4th or 5th pick. I went all the way down to the 28th pick
28th pick,
in the
yeah.
second round.
Yeah.
But it was the greatest thing for me to go on a team like the Spurs that had a veteran team.
Yes, the Iceman, Artis Gilmore, yeah.
Here I get a chance to play with one of the greatest players, and here I wind up starting. You know, and I was 4th in the depth chart, and then I get traded to Chicago, and the guy that brought me to San Antonio brought me to Chicago. I go to Chicago playing with one of the greatest players of all time, Michael Jordan, and certain things happen. I wound up starting there, and
Gene, who's that guy again? You mentioned who's that guy?
Michael Jordan.
Wait, wasn't he cut from his high school team?
He was like on a TV show at some point or something.
Yeah, and then my rookie coming in that year was Charles Oakley. Oakley was my rookie.
He was your rook. Yeah.
He was my he was my rookie.
Gee, we're talking about 85. He was your rook in 85, 86. 85, 86.
If you know the history of Charles Oakley, you can see he's like a huge grizzly bear.
Right.
And he's super powerful. But I was able to work with him and talk with him, and I had to use psychology with him a lot. So,
now, Gene, that was in Chicago. Here's the thing I want our fans to know as well. That was the only season that George Gervin played in Chicago as well, his final season as an NBA player.
Yep.
Jordan broke the foot, and then the Iceman's on the team. You're on the team as well. That was the 85-86 season.
That's right. You know, he came in and he had one or two games, and then Mike came back, and that was interesting to see these two guys. But you know, I tell people all the time, I am so, and I know Erin and Jason, y'all have had some moments. I am so thankful and blessed in my time to have experienced that. You know, just to be on the court, be in practice.
Why can't that happen? Let me ask you a question. Why can't that happen to me? I've written 265 screenplays.
Wait a
Many
minute.
have been produced
You
by the
just
studio.
insulted
Why can't I have
all of
Jason?
that.
Why can't I have an audience member go, "What a great use of an exclamation point! Wow!" I want someone to commentate or cheer while I'm typing.
You have like 100 like best friends across the world right now.
He does. You got tons of people.
Like,
Wait, no, can you imagine though, a writer, Jason? You're a writer. You're a great screenwriter, Jason. Can you imagine that?
Something for you, and just make you feel better.
No, Jason, it's a great screenwriter. Wouldn't that be cool to have like an audience right there going, you know, there's 5 seconds left. The story arc is getting told. Jason's on fire.
I would rather be eaten by alligators.
Oh my God.
But Avi, you do a great job what you do.
No.
You're amazing how you do it.
I
don't have those chops.
No, you have chops. All three of you have chops. I always thought it's funny. Like if we ever take weird scenarios and write about them, and they could be shown. I like that scenario. Like sometimes the director or the writer or the teacher. Imagine a teacher walking into class and having like people literally trying to stand up, like you're rooting for the teacher to win. What defines a win in a class? I don't know. But guys, I'll tell you what. Class win. That's Gene Banks. Class, a human being. Of course, a winner at life. Last thing I'm going to ask Gene before I turn this over to Jason and Erin as well. Gene, you know, you brought up your incredible wife, and I feel like you've shared her with us. We now get to know her story through her poetry. And that means a lot to me. You know, the accolades are incredible. You're one of the greatest of all time. But off the court as well, one of the most passionate people of all time. Your wife's poetry was something that you shared with us. Is it something that you still go to when you're having a down day, when you feel off? Do you escape? Do you go to that poetry? Do you think about her?
Yeah, I have her manuscript right here, right where I'm in my office. This is my home office, and there's a time where I'll read one, and I know it's about me, and I read it over and over again. It's about the strength of maintaining and persevering, because, like, you know, everything sounds so. But we had a lot of trials and tribulations. You know, we've had some trials and tribulation, and as you know, she passed away with MS.
Yes, sir.
And that was a tough time we dealt with, and we got beautiful children, and they've been fantastic. I mean, they've kept me on a straight and narrow. I mean, I didn't ever want to do anything to embarrass them. That was one of the biggest things. Don't do anything stupid to embarrass, especially my girls. And that was very, very helpful. But yeah, there is several pieces in there that you have to read that are amazing, that touches me and soothes me for sure.
Yeah, and thank you again for being really brave to bring that up and trusting. I want to do whatever I can to support that. I think it's right,
No
Jason.
problem.
Erin,
But
like,
Jason and Erin, I'm gonna tell you this. The thing about, there were some great times. My high school team was one of the best ever. And what was so great was the whole city embraced us. I mean, we had a story every day in a paper. We were going to the Phillies games, and Pete Rose and Mike Schmidt they loved seeing us. It was the
That's
craziest
cool.
moment
Oh my
ever
God, that's
in
so
life.
cool.
It was unbelievable. Go to the Flyers game, and it was the city really loved our team, and we really were something else to behold.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I would
feel about
definitely say
meeting
that.
you, sir.
Go ahead, Jason, please.
I feel the same way about meeting you, Gene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
stop!
Absolutely.
Oh,
You
and
guys,
he brought.
I'm not gonna be able to get my head out this office when this is over with. I'm telling you.
Gene, can I read you a text from Erin and Jason just text me? Can I read it to you? Don't tell Gene that these are all mind games. We're trying to soften him up for the victory.
Totally. You missed it, but I was down here texting the whole time.
What's going on here?
Wow.
But yeah,
But if listen, Jason Aaron, when you go to YouTube and you look on there, the Gene Banks 44 points versus the Lakers. That was one of my best games.
I have the game.
Okay, as soon as we're done.
Yeah,
I'm doing
absolutely.
that.
83. Was that 83?
Yeah, 83, 84. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a freak,
game,
Bobby. You're a freak. How did you know that?
I'm a big basketball guy. But man, guys and gals, no, that's a Gene Banks, guys. Again, this was topic number 1. Jason and Erin have the same topic. I'll set it up for Erin next, and of course Jason, and then we will delve into topic number 2. Erin, I'm going to ask you the same question. If you had one opportunity to honor a mentor of yours, who would it be and why? And finally, how would you honor them and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
So for me, it's my my first acting teacher. I was 16. I was in New Jersey, and I was obsessed with movies. I loved movies. I was a quiet kid. I'm trying not to tear up because I was having a hard time at home. Oh, I'm getting emotional. See, this is why I don't talk about emotional things.
Let it out. Let it out.
But my acting teacher, I started going to the school, and he's still teaching in New Jersey. He teaches young kids, high school, middle school. But he was so supportive and so sweet and so loving that if he wasn't my teacher, I think I would have quit.
Mm.
This is the first time I've ever cried on the show.
No, this is awesome.
But he's just such a good human being, and he helps kids, and he helps them build confidence, and he helps them. He's one of those teachers he doesn't point out your faults. He's just so encouraging, and I feel like kids need that. They need support, especially if they don't have it at home as much as they need it. I'm in awe of him because he's still doing that.
Wow.
He's such a good person. I think I'm emotional too because his mother just passed away, and and I feel bad that he's going through that. But he's just such a good person, and I hope he knows how much he's impacted me and so many other actors.
Let us know his name again, Erin, if you can.
Ralph Colombino, and he teaches at Actors Playground in Freehold, New Jersey. But he's been doing it a long time. It's called Actors Playground, and his name is Ralph Colombino. But he was such a encouraging person in my life, and he also when I was like 17, I would work the front desk so I could pay for the classes, and he was just awesome, and he was there for you in every single way, and he had such confidence in me, and he always encouraged me, and he was always proud of me and pointing me out, and it just meant a lot.
Well, it takes a lot of you to really express yourself that way about him. And he has an invite here on the show anytime. Ralph, let him know.
Amazing.
Yeah. And Ralph, listen, if you get on the show again, you can make her cry again. So there we go. Twice.
Every reunion show. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Jason, that's a good idea.
Dude, how amazing would that be?
Yeah.
What is it?
A reunion show.
That would be nice.
Let's bring your guys.
We talked in text, and I actually brought my niece. She's 18 now, but when she was 16, I brought her to his class because my sister wanted her to make some more friends, and I said, "Oh, she's gonna love this class." Turns out acting wasn't for her, but it was so nice to see him and catch up. And some of the students that were there when I was there are teachers now.
Do you respond better, Erin, to teachers or again, being a teacher and director, two different things? But do you respond better to people of authority who are maybe hard-nosed disciplinarians or those who are the opposite?
I need kindness. I'm sensitive. I'm the sensitive one in my family. I've always been like that.
Jason, same. Yeah.
Well, just as a director, that's the only way I would ever work.
Sure. Yeah. Now let me ask you this: we're not going to name names or anything, but have been situations where you guys have worked on set with directors that you might not have cared for because of how they treat other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This
You
is
have to
you,
delve
Erin.
into it. Yeah, Erin.
Yeah, like there was a director I worked with that was screaming at everybody, and
Oh wow. Okay.
I shut down when that happens, or I get kind of Jersey and I get pissed off. Like there's two sides to me. I'm very sensitive. I'm sweet, and I'm Jersey. Like don't mess with me.
Yeah,
so
but also also once you have experience, once you've done a few things, and when somebody like a newbie comes in and tries to step on your shoes, like, and you know that you know more than they do,
right?
It's not only insulting, but how do you not aggressively but assertively tell them to shove it up their ass?
Yeah, take a hike, right? Yeah.
Nicely shove it up your butt.
And you know what the sad part is?
But you got to be sort of like political and assertive, not aggressive, right? So how do you do it? You basically just go, I'm gonna just agree with you what you're saying, and then I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do,
and then check out when I'm done. Exactly.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about your dumb idea. And then I go,
right.
And then we go do what we do, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. And a lot of times, some of them won't even be able to tell the difference because they assume it came from them.
What they do is they take credit for your great performance.
Yes,
yes,
right. God, and you know what's funny, Gene? I have to ask you this question. I think in sports, I've come across a lot of athletes, much like yourself, legends, who have said they've had different takes. I know it's not black and white again, but do you respond better, or did you respond better as a player to the disciplinarian, or maybe the player's coach?
I dealt with both of them.
Yeah.
At the time when we had, I think the kids now, they don't deal with the disciplinarian too much now. They got a lot more power and control now, and the parents behind them, they'll just switch a team. Back then, some of us needed that kind of discipline. So
money's become business.
I enjoy that. But then when you do have somebody that just rubs you back in the back of your head and lets you do what who doesn't like that?
Of course, yes.
But I respect the discipline part of it because it does make you strip, and they test you.
Yeah. Or maybe like leaning in. I don't know how that sounds. Leaning into the discipline, leaning into it because you earn someone's respect, you earn their trust. Of course, you treat people as kindly as you want to be treated. And then if there's a moment in time where you feel like perhaps, not saying that it should be always utilized, but when you feel like you need to be that disciplinarian at that moment, maybe it should be followed up with an explanation like, hey, not here to hurt you, not here to tear you down or make you feel like you're beneath me because you're not. Like, but get your act together, right? I mean,
I think you need both for sure.
Depends on who, right, Erin?
Yeah.
Depends on who it's coming from. Right?
Yeah, and if it's coming from a good place or not.
The secret to success is knowing how to deal with dysfunctional personalities.
Sure.
Especially your own. So once you know what you're bouncing off of, you know how far to bounce, right?
Well, you pointed. You mean Erin's dogs? You pointed below, like especially your own.
my little dog over here.
Oh yeah. See, the secret to success is learning how to deal with Erin's dog.
Yes, my chihuahua's right there. He's sleeping.
Yeah, no, but I agree with what you said. Yeah, and it's like, and here's the thing about the coach, the NBA coach, the 82 games, not mentioning the playoffs. Can you imagine the thankless position, right? So the team wins. A lot of times it's the player, and when the team loses, it's the coach. Coach gets canned. I try to look at it from both perspectives. Can you imagine how thankless that position is as a head coach? I mean, Gene, you know what I'm talking about. You're a coach as well. I mean, God almighty, I feel like a lot of times, the player that says that they're in this for the right reasons, they do it for the passion of the game. How can that be the only reason today when there is so much big business behind a brand? Like, Gene, in your day, you weren't a brand, you were a player. Now they're brands.
Right, they're brands.
Yeah. Even when a college coach doesn't have a winning season, he has a cutoff salary of like $25 million.
Yeah.
Right.
They have a nice cushion.
Nice cushion.
Okay, your team sucked, but you still have you can live like 3 generations of life.
Cause Jason, look at Belichick right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's a good point.
Also, why is he doing it? Because he's got enough money, and his girlfriend thing is weird. But
it's a circus,
and he's getting his ass handed to him. He's like, would you not rather go out on a high note than just getting your ass handed to you at the end of the day? Like, it's crazy.
And Jason, here it is. What's even Duke and Carolina has a big rivalry.
Yeah.
The Dukies are loving this. Okay, but they haven't attacked it yet. But this is just crazy. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
So, hey, let me ask you this question here. We were talking again, Erin, because you were mentioning how much you want to be able to dedicate this to your teacher and how much he meant to you. My final question for you before I turn this over to Jason is: do you ever feel as if someone is inspiring you so much that you want their experience? Now, here's what I mean by that. Now, we're not all meant to be teachers. We're not all meant to be firefighters and players. But have you ever listened to someone so much that you said, man, their journey is something that inspired me so much, I may want to be in their position, at least talking about my love, bringing it out there. We got the TED Talks, we got speeches.
Right.
You see one of those people, someone who inspired you, maybe talk about your passion?
Well, my husband inspired me with his story in Pakistan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
He went through so much. So I don't know if you know the story.
You're right,
You need
Jason.
to learn her husband's story.
Thank you.
You're right, Jason. You're right. You're right.
He was falsely accused of smuggling drugs and was in a prison on death row in Pakistan for 3 years when he was 21.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so he just wrote his book. He did a documentary. He's 45 now.
Can you give us the name of the book, Erin?
Yeah, it's called 3 Years in Pakistan, the Eric Audet story.
3 years in Pakistan. I'm going to put this up here. And where can our viewers, if they want Amazon, can they get on Amazon?
Thank you. Yeah, it's on Amazon. And he also did the audiobook. So you can do the audio or just like buy the book. There's also a documentary called with the same name. But he went through so much. He was like literally tortured and put in kasori, it's called, which is like a dark closet for a month at a time, eating bugs. And he's so well adjusted, and he rescues animals. How
long, Erin, did he have to endure this? How long?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a very corrupt system over there, and it was very hard
Unreal.
to get out of there.
Oh man, when you hear the story of how he got set up, when you hear the story about how he got set up, like it's one of the worst things you'll ever hear.
Yeah. Someone he thought was a friend, and
he was just he was over there buying leather. He was buying leather patches,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
Leather swatches, and somebody had put drugs in his suitcase. So whenever he went through customs, they opened it up, found what was it, heroin?
It was opium. And
opium. Okay, so same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and Eric, my husband, is like straight edge. He doesn't drink.
The guy's never had never had a drink or a drug in his life.
No,
and yet he's not bitter. I mean, I don't know how I would handle something like that. 3 years.
He handles it with humor, and he handles it with humor and the fact that he loves that he's got this beautiful wife. Right
Thank you.
Well said. Well said.
He's got jokes for days. That helps.
He does.
That helps. Yeah, there you go.
He does. He does. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you, that's one of my purposes and objectives in life is to become a dad, because then my jokes, they'll land. I'm a dad.
There you go.
I can then have dad jokes, and they can land better than they do these days. Right now,
my daughter, I'll tell you this as a dad. You're completely wrong.
Am I wrong? I'm wrong.
Yeah, my nieces too. They don't think
I've
their
never
parents
told a joke to my daughter that felt funny ever.
Oh man, guys!
Wow.
Right now, this is Jason London, Gene Banks, and Erin O'Brien. We're having a great old time. We appreciate your comments as well. It is the same question, the same topic for Mr. Jason London. Before we move on to our final topic, Jason, if you had one opportunity to honor a mentor of yours, who would it be and why? And finally, how would you honor them and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
So I'm not trying to like jump on Erin's like try to have some sympathetic background kind of thing, but I have two. And the reason I have two is that the first one led to the second one. I don't know if you guys know, my father just passed away a few days ago.
Sorry.
Thank you. But he was the one that, and you guys know that I have a twin brother, Jeremy, right? And so he's the star of Mallrats. I'm the star of Dazed and Confused. Blah, blah, blah. My father was the one that wrote poetry, and my father was the one that he sketched pictures when we were kids. He's the one that sort of sparked our love for creativity. Whenever there would be something that we loved, and he said, "Well, if another person did that, you're able to do that. You're a person. You can do that." So my dad was the one that sort of like really spurned on our desire to kind of try new things. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been brave enough to try my first audition, things like that. My first audition in my life happened to be for a movie called The Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
It was Reese Witherspoon's first movie.
It's a good movie. I remember it.
It's a beautiful movie, right?
Yeah.
And so my dad sort of like giving me the confidence to like go there and do that. And it's a long story of how I got there. My twin brother wanted to go to the audition. I drove him to the audition, and I didn't want to audition, but after like 2 hours of being there, I was like, okay, I'll try. And then I ended up getting the part. It was, for all of my movies I've ever done, The Man in the Moon, my first movie, is still by far my favorite movie. So it led me to be able to meet the first director that I ever worked with. And at the time, I was kind of clueless on who that was. It was Robert Mulligan, who directed To Kill a Mockingbird. The first director I ever worked with in my life. Directed Up the Down Staircase, summer of 42, To Kill a Mockingbird. This was the last movie he ever directed before he passed away, because he was old. But so as this sort of trailer park kid that went on this audition, didn't really expect to do anything, but somehow I ended up getting the part. I'm like, we rehearsed for like a month on location, which was fun and which was cool and everything. And I got to meet Reese Witherspoon when she was 14 years old, and Emily Warfield, who I was madly in love with already. The first day that we showed up on set, all the crew and the lights and Erin, I don't know if you're lucky enough to have you ever done a movie on film, like 35 millimeter?
No.
See, I'm old enough.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I got to start my career whenever they shot things on 35 millimeter film, and they had to send it away, process it every night. They didn't know what they would get the next day, and there was a thing called a hair in the gate, which they would have to check after every take on the aperture to make sure, because you ever watch an old movie and there's like a little squiggly hair that goes through it. So we had to go through that like every process. So it's this old school process, and I didn't realize at the time I was working with maybe the greatest director of all time. He directed To Kill a Mockingbird. He directed like so many amazing movies, but I'm this like amateur kid just coming in, have no idea what's going on. And so when we show up to the first day, when all the crew's coming in, and they're bringing in lights and cameras and all this, and my 17-year-old brain just wanted to go home to my mama, and I ran into my trailer, and I didn't want to come out. And Mr. Mulligan comes and knocks on my door, and I'm in there, and I'm curled up in a ball. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know how I got this part. It's the first audition I've ever gone on in my life. How the hell am I on this thing with Sam Waterston and S. Harper and the greatest director of all time? And he said to me, and this is something I say to my students all the time, especially now, because digital, it doesn't cost anything. But back then it was film, and film cost money. He goes, "Kid, I hear you're nervous." And I'm like, "Yeah, Mr. Mulligan, I don't understand why I'm here right now. I just want to go home to my mom. I just want to go home." And he comes up and he goes, "Kid, film is cheap. If I see you acting, I'll yell cut." And that was the best direction I've ever had in my entire life. And I've carried that with me through my entire career, which is why I think I turned out to be a fairly decent actor.
Agreed.
Which is, if I see you acting, I'll yell cut. Don't let them catch you acting. Film acting is different than yelling to the back of the room in a play. So, right? Because when you're during the theater or whatever, you must project. And my battery's going low. And the one thing that this man taught me, and it's the one thing that was say, and the rest of the question is, how would you honor him, right? That's the second half of the question, is that I want to make at least a movie that would make Robert Mulligan proud. That's it.
That's
and
pretty
scene.
damn amazing.
And scene.
Well, no,
And
hold on.
scene.
Now you're gonna take your roses now, like Gene and Erin deserve to, just like you. What I like about your work is I don't like saying I like being simple when necessary. I like being deep when necessary. When it comes to your work and why it resonated with me, Jason, all these years is I love your emotional work because you make your intentions and your actions very clear as a storyteller. Very clear. We both, teach the craft of storytelling. I've been teaching it for a long time. And you're right. A lot of times when you're on set, do less. You have to do less, but you have to trust your emotional work.
It's all right here. Less is more.
Less is more.
Erin's
Yes.
amazing at it.
Thank you.
Well,
that means a lot
say
to
that
me.
about all of you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Erin, of course. And you know this as well. It's the subtext. Sometimes picking up that script, the first thing an actor wants to do is the lines. Let's see all the lines. But then there's the subtext. They're the things that aren't written. That you see.
If you don't memorize the lines, the first thing you do is you memorize the lines. The next thing to do is understand what each line meant. What was the purpose? Because they could be, one could be blue, one could be red, one could be purple, one could be, but define that on how, because as human beings, we don't speak linearly, right? Like
Sure.
I'm jumping subject to subject right now, even as we're talking. There's an understanding between what does the intention of each line mean.
And Jason, you're right. And I also like to remind people that it's the before and after, right? So if your character obviously is going to be put in a shelf somewhere and then dusted off just because you could read their lines and speak their voice, that really serves no purpose. If it's not in the script, it's because the writer couldn't include it. Or, of course, we all know that you can't have more than 120 pages of a full feature usually.
Well,
Yeah. It's someone's not gonna really make it, and I feel like if the storyteller or the actor knows that they're responsible for their character's arc, not so much when it comes to the written dialogue, but what they don't see. That's the subtext.
It's the underneath. It's the
underneath.
And also, we have to realize that the reason that we have 3-act storytelling is it goes all the way back to the Greek mythology. Back then, people couldn't read and write, so they had to tell things in a 3-act.
Yes.
Thing, so that somebody else could go tell the story without being an active telephone. Right now I could tell you something and you tell him something,
Yes.
and by the time it gets to Erin, it turns into something else. So how did they keep those stories aligned, structured? So
Incredible
was one of the
advice.
things- yeah.
From
It was one of the things
Jason
I was
London.
thought about. Yeah.
And by the way, 35 millimeter. Do you remember the days where one square foot of that would have cost like 20 grand, 25 grand, and you had to go to Vancouver to get it cheap if you wanted to, which wasn't far from LA. So a lot of people did that, and now it's become obsolete. You're right. Like no one's shooting on 35.
Bro, listen, I mean, it was so crazy that you would film for a day, right?
Yeah.
And they would have to fly. Say we're in. If we're in, I was in like Istanbul, right?
Yeah.
Turkey. Well, the closest Kodak place was in London, right? So there's one kid whose job was to get the film, get on a plane, go to London, get it developed, go back, give it to them that same night or the next day, and then if they watched it, hopefully everything was cool, and then they would do it again. Today, digital with the internet. These are jobs that don't exist anymore.
No, completely obsolete. But you know what's not obsolete, man? Again, I don't want to bring up what you did. I know that Frank and Debbie, both proud of you, man. I mean, there's so much to be said about you, my friend, and you're all heart. And I love how you honor those you love who are with us and those who aren't. And right now, I want to do something that I do every show for this round. It's very brief. It's a brief video honoring those that we've lost, who've been part of this journey, part of the celebrity tournament, who have moved on to a better place.
Oh, man.
Trio of options for Gallagher, more underrated than why. Sauerkraut, Henry Kissinger's deep, soothing voice, or dogs wearing sweaters.
I like dogs wearing sweaters.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I haven't done an interview in 20 years.
Mr. Sizemore, first name Tom. How are you, my friend? I could turn the volume lower if you'd like next time. If you'd like me to do that, Tom, I could do that.
Wow, that was something else. I don't know what I can do now.
Oh, please.
That was terrific, man.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And you know what? As charming as a guy that you are, man, and as honest as a guy as you are, and as down-to-earth as a guy as you are, you played a character that isn't so down-to-earth named Scrooge in college. You played Scrooge, and of course, I feel like a thespian should rely on their instinct. Do you feel like you rely on your instinct a lot as a storyteller as well?
I mean, playing Scrooge at that young an age was, when I think about it now, I only way I could have done it is I was relying on my instincts. You know, I could have done it the other way. Okay.
More underrated and why? Unicycles, Italian men named Skippy, or sophisticated dinosaurs?
What? More sophisticated dinosaurs? I want to say the sentence, Italian men named Skippy. I just want to say
Yeah, Italian men named Skippy.
I just want to say the sentence, Italian men named Skippy.
Yeah, something you'll ever hear, yeah. Did you have fun? Did you have a nice time?
I had a great time. It was ball.
Yeah, man.
I want to do it again. This is great. I just think it's going to be, a lot of fun for people. I don't think people don't like this on the air. I don't think really. No, there isn't. I just think it's going to be I'm very interested in how people respond to it. Because I know it's going to be interesting and see if people tune in and stay tuned in. And I really hope they do. And I'm all yours, bro. Let's go out and make this work. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.
I teach a workshop, and one of my students finally said about my class about iambic pentameter. He finally said, I got it, and he was excited. And it was both his elation and those 3 words that make it worthwhile, right?
Amen. You got it. But I think I've got to have equally passionate people involved in the production of it. That passion will override any reservations anybody has as to the show's potential for entertainment or education.
Did you feel as if transitioning to the stage and performing live theater was a natural fit for you?
Yes, I did. I always felt very comfortable on stage, more so on stage than I did in film or television. So I'm looking forward to you, Avi, giving me your thoughts and your input, because as I told you, that piece that you sent me is, I love good writing, and I think
Thank
that's
you,
been
sir.
the secret of my career. And this is a beautiful piece of writing, as I said. I'm referring to the piece that you wrote me. You're onto something because you're a writer. You're a creative force, and I want to hook up.
Thank you so much for those kind words, guys. Thank you for being you, my friend. I appreciate you and respect you wholeheartedly.
And that goes double for me to you, Avi.
Thank you, guys. You would have loved my pop.
You should be proud, Papa.
It means a lot. Thank you.
Dude, you're making me emotional now, man.
Listen, I appreciate the love, man. You guys would have loved him. Gene, he was about maybe your height at his peak, like 6'7", but he was a quiet guy. Funny. Yeah. So very real, didn't speak unless he needed to. And, I love hearing stories about your families.
Damn you,
I really do. Erin's husband and Jason and your dad.
I'll punch you in the face right now.
Let it out.
Hey, my pop's a big guy. He's got my back. But I'll tell you, here's the thing. You guys share so much of yourself with me. I wanted to share a bit of myself with you as well. I know it sounds sappy. I'd rather be sappy than cynical, but my pop's here. And I know you guys, again, I feel like Jason's dad, Erin, anyone that you've lost that was close to you, Gene, I know that your wife. I feel like they are here with us. I feel like they are rooting us on in life. So
the Sizemore thing made me really sad because I knew, and sometimes when you see that there's a volcano that's about to explode,
yes,
it's so sad that it actually did happen. So I see it just brought back
he was Tom. Jason and Erin, Tom, I'll tell you, Gene, he loved talking sports. He was a Michigan guy. He loved talking sports. It made him so happy right to the end. Did you guys ever work with John Amos or meet John Amos?
I wish. I know.
Okay.
I never had the honor. Yeah.
You would have loved him. You guys would have loved John Amos. He was an incredible man. Definitely a mentor. There's no doubt about it. Guys, right now, again, I'm sorry because Jason said he's going to beat me up. So some levity now. Some levity. Then our final topic. Erin's going to go first for our final topic. She'll go first. But this is a game I call I'd Pay, but it's different. Different options. I think you guys know this. You played this before. If you haven't, I'll refresh your memory. The way this works is I'll give you guys a trio of options. Of course, they're silly. They're meant to be. And you let me know which of these trios options you would pay for to see and why. So guys and gals and pals, you can play along as well. We're going to start first with Jason London. Which would you pay for to see and why, my friend? Ozzy Osbourne as a bouncer, the late Ozzy Osbourne, Pee Wee Herman, the MMA fighter in training, or Elton John, the pizza delivery man?
Ozzy all the way, baby.
Ozzy's a bouncer.
Come on now.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what Ozzy would do as a bouncer?
Tell me.
He would buy them a beer.
Yeah, that's what you do. You're good.
Come on inside, mate. Come on.
Remember that line Patrick Swayze said in Roadhouse? Be nice. Always be nice.
Just be nice.
Be nice.
That's Ozzy.
That's
Can
it.
you imagine Ozzy as your bouncer? He'd be like, "You're awesome. Come on."
Hey, bloke, let's have a drink. Right, yeah. So, Erin O'Brien, the same options for you. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following? The late Ozzy Osbourne as a bouncer, Pee Wee Herman as an MMA fighter, or Elton John, the pizza delivery man?
I want to say Pee Wee Herman, but I don't want him to get beat up.
At MMA, yeah.
I mean, that's my childhood favorite.
You're a Pee Wee fan. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah, the Playhouse, yeah. Man, oh, man. So, Pee Wee, listen, hey, MMA fighter in training. You never know what he might do. Gene Banks, this is for you. Ozzy Osbourne, the bouncer, Pee Wee Herman, MMA fighter, or Elton John, the pizza delivery man?
This is too easy. Erin, I'm with you. I would love to see Pee Wee. I would get popcorn and sit and watch Pee Wee fight. Because he would have some kind of trick up his sleeve. He would have some kind of trick up his sleeve.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
That's a good point, Gene. He might have a trick up his sleeve. Yes, Pee Wee always did. He always had something up his sleeve. Right now, guys, something up my sleeve, which is the second option here. A trio of options. First for Jason London. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following? Jason, Mr. T is an accountant, Gary Busey is a dog walker, or Bob Dylan, the angry Burger King customer?
Dude, Gary Busey. Come on.
Dog walker. Okay. Yeah. That could be fun.
Dude, like, who's louder, the dogs or Gary?
That could be fun. Yeah.
Who's more not in tune with reality?
Busey. Yeah. Trying to motivate the dogs.
I want the dog walker. I want the dog walker that actually needs the dogs to walk him.
Yes, so that would be great. This is a writer's room now. This is a good writer's room. Jason's made my idea better because it is. I like that. Guys and gals and pals, I'll give the same options to Erin O'Brien. Of course, Erin, we know your love of dogs. What should you pay for to see and why of the following? Mr. T, the accountant, Gary Busey, the dog walker, or Bob Dylan, the angry Burger King customer?
Okay, although I love dogs, that's the obvious answer. Mr. T all day long. I love Mr. T. That's another childhood favorite, 18.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Would you agree that so Mr. T had a lot of patience? People forget that. Very God-fearing, loved his mom. Obviously, Mr. T is I met him on a handful of occasions. But guys and gals and pals, he can go from 0 to 100 real quick. So if he's your accountant, you better take his financial advice. If you don't, I pity the fool. Gene,
guys, I love you so much. Guys, I love you. I have to take a 1-minute break.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's okay.
Jason, you gotta go to the potty, Jason.
We love you back. Yes, go do your business.
A business phone call.
You gotta go to the potty.
Business phone call as I'm peeing, and I'm coming back. Oh, yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah, no, actually, the guys, Jason's got dogs as well. And Gary Busey might be walking them. We got to check on that.
Yeah,
so,
right?
Gene Banks, which of the following would you pay for to see and why? Mr. T, the accountant, Gary Busey, the dog walker, or Bob Dylan, the angry Burger King customer?
Erin and I are like on the same page. Hey boy, give me your expenses.
I love Mr. T.
If you don't give me your expenses,
that's really good, actually. That's actually really good.
Could you imagine him doing your taxes? Yes. Oh my God.
I hate numbers. I hate math. I hate taxes. But if he did it, I'd be so into it.
Oh,
right. Yes, I would. I think we'd have no choice. We'd have to be into it. Yeah. Because Mr. T would require us to be into it. I wouldn't want to cross Mr. T is what I'm saying. Guys, to the trio of options, we'll start with Erin O'Brien, Gene Banks, and of course, Jason. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following? Larry Bird, the relationship counselor, Jay Leno, the gymnast, or Andre the Giant, the soft rock singer?
Oh my God.
Who's first?
Erin.
Oh, I am. Okay.
She's going to say, I guarantee it's going to be the same.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant, the soft rock singer.
No.
This is so crazy.
You guys,
I'm serious.
3
Who
for
are you
3.
gonna say?
I was gonna say Andre.
Andre.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Now, Erin and Gene, why would you pay of the following? Why would you pay to see Andre the Giant, the soft rock singer?
And when you get behind closed doors,
yeah, right.
And you let your hand down low.
It's pure entertainment.
Pure entertainment. Pure entertainment.
Oh,
now, I thought Gene might go Larry Bird, the relationship counselor.
No,
Andre.
Andre.
Listen, I met Andre John when I was a teen.
Yes.
And he was the hugest person I've ever seen in my life.
At the Spectrum?
No, it was down the Arena 46 in Market Street.
Oh, gotcha.
Way back when.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's when they used to take the razor blade and cut their, they cut their head on the side, and when they get hit, and like blood come out. I actually saw that stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, this is so crazy!" And I realized they were cutting it.
They were blading. They were blading each other. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
guys, I don't know if you know this. That's why most pro wrestlers, not today, but some of them still do. But they had long hair. You know why? The long hair they'd let them do anything they could by blading, so that nobody in the audience would be the wiser. And they could say something to each other as well. The long hair would distract that. Guys, Jason London, just in time. Erin O'Brien, Gene, I'm not going to spoil it for you, Jason, but let's see if Jason picked this without letting him know what Gene and Erin picked. Which would you pay for to see and why for the trifecta, possibly? Larry Bird, the relationship counselor, Jay Leno, the gymnast, or Andre the Giant, the soft rock singer?
Bird, baby.
Bird.
I knew it.
Bird. Got Bird. Larry Bird. Could do no wrong. You could do no wrong.
I would literally watch him throw trash in the can just to watch him do it.
Like the McDonald's commercial. Remember, he would
He'd be like this,
from across the world. Yeah, with Jordan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You guys don't realize I had to guard him all the time.
Yeah, guard Larry Bird.
That's cool.
And he was excuse my French.
Trash talker. Was he a real trash talker?
Yeah, he's a real calm trash talker. He's not real loud. You don't barely see him, but he says, "Gene, I'm going to go down here and go off this pick. I'm going to bust your ass." I'm going to go, and he goes on, comes off the pick, and he shoots it,
and he does it.
Yeah. So
I heard he was so bored once in the '86 season. Half the games, and legit, he said half the games he shot on his left hand.
Wow.
That's insane. And there was one game against the Blazers that shot the entire game with his left hand.
That's called hubris.
Oh my God!
I got him one time. I think I'm the only guy that kept him to his lowest score. He had 7 one game.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was one of, and then I'm back in my room. We lost the game, but we got another playoff game next day. And I'm in my room. I see the news, and they go, "Well, did Gene Banks do?" He says, "Gene Banks didn't do shit." So I'm up there going, "I got to play him tomorrow," and now he's pissed off.
Oh no.
Okay, so I didn't sleep at all that night. I really didn't. Right. He had 28 the next day and talked shit the whole game. I mean, it was
I mean, he was Larry Bird. He was Larry Bird. Yeah.
That was the series, Jason, that Larry Bird said in '86 when he saw Michael Jordan with that 63-point performance. He said that was God disguised as a basketball player. When he saw Michael Jordan do his thing.
Yeah.
When Larry Bird, that's high praise. That's high praise.
Get that kind of accolade from somebody like Bird. Come on now.
Hey Jason, I timed one of his passes. I stole it from him, went down and I dunked. He was following me. I took the ball out of the net and put it in his stomach, right? Every time I touched the ball in the Boston Garden, everybody booed me. I never felt so weird in my life. Every time I passed the ball, they were, I was like, it was so weird.
Yeah, but Bird would have actually thrived on that hate.
He went nuts. He went nuts.
We got our final trio of options right now. Let's kick it over to Jason first. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following? Michael Jordan as a cast member of The Walking Dead, Ben Stein as the lead lifeguard on Baywatch, or Bill O'Reilly as everybody's love interest on General Hospital?
Huh. That's a tough one.
You're setting me up right now.
I am.
Yeah.
It's O'Reilly, dog.
It's O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly as everybody's love interest.
Anything to watch that guy make an asshole of himself.
Everybody
I like that.
That would be very amusing.
That was a layup.
It was a layup. Yeah. Listen, we had to tie the score here. We did. Erin O'Brien, same question for you, my friend. Which would you pay for to see of the following? Why? Michael Jordan is a cast member of The Walking Dead, Ben Stein is the lead lifeguard on Baywatch, or Bill O'Reilly as everybody's love interest on General Hospital?
Bill O'Reilly. That would be amazing to watch. It's just so
everybody's love
bizarre.
interest. Yeah. We need a little like Billy D in the back.
Oh, she's probably a Bill O'Reilly fan.
I honestly don't really listen to him very much.
Eric is.
It's hard to listen to him now.
Eric doesn't talk about him very much, so I'm not sure if he is.
But you do know, guys, Jeremy and Jeremy also. I talked to Jason's brother, Jeremy London, about Bill O'Reilly. I think he picked the same one, and he had sort of the same reason. So
yeah, Jeremy and I have pretty similar opinions about
that. I will say this though, you guys, Erin, you said you can't find him. It's because he's everybody's love interest on General Hospital. You just said it. Bill O'Reilly, can't you see? He's a main squeeze to everybody. Gene Banks right now, following for you, my friend, trio of options. Who would you select and why? Of the following, Michael Jordan as a cast member of The Walking Dead, Ben Stein as the lead lifeguard in Baywatch, or Bill O'Reilly is everybody's love interest on General Hospital?
I'm going to go Michael Jordan because you guys don't know this. When I was playing with him, there was a second year. We used to crack on him because he wouldn't use a lot of lotion. So he had like a grayish ash on him. Yeah, he was. I don't care. He can't say anything. He had a grayish ash on him, so he looked like he was like the Walking Dead at times. Until he got cracked on, he started doing moisturizing, and then he had a little bit of hair back then, a little teeny bit of hair.
Yes.
And we had a guy named Granville Waiters who had the he had the George Jefferson bald head in the middle part.
Side and the hair side, yeah.
And he would crack on Granville, and Granville did the thing in Color Purple. He put his fingers and says, "What's done to me will be done to you." And Michael started getting that little bald spot. And that's the reason why he cut his hair. I'm telling you, that's the reason why he cut his hair off.
Granville Waiters. Yeah.
He tried to hang on, but you can't hang on when it's about to it's leaving you. This is truth, I'm telling you.
And you know what? From the late Orlando Woolridge, he said Jordan wanted to hang on a little extra longer for 1 year with that hair. A little longer, 1 year extra.
A little bit. He tried.
Yeah, he tried. Yeah, there's no doubt. Guys, we're going to try right now to keep it going here with topic number 2, our final topic right now as we segue into that. Miss Erin O'Brien, of course, Mrs. Erin O'Brien, Gene Banks, and Jason London. Our final topic, starting with Erin, I call this History Needs Coaching. If you had the opportunity, Erin, to coach a particular sport or hobby to one historical figure, what would it be and why? And which historical figure would you select and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor belongs to you.
Okay, this was a hard one for me because I'm like, what am I equipped to teach? I don't know. But so I thought about it a little bit. And it's interesting that you brought up your wife's poetry. So when I was a kid, I loved Sylvia Plath, the poet. And she suffered from depression, and she ended up committing suicide. Very sad. But the one thing I do know is I know about rescuing dogs, because my husband and I rescue dogs. We volunteer at the shelter. And they say, I didn't rescue the dog rescued me. I'm sure you guys have heard that before, but it's so true. And dogs are therapeutic, and they're used to help humans. And I think I would try my best to teach her about that. And maybe that would help her through some of her issues. That's all I got.
No. That's I'm taking that in. Was it close? Was there somebody else? As far as your decision, was it close? Were you weighing options?
So I was basically looking at people who suffered it from depression, historical figures like Van Gogh suffered from depression. So yeah, I don't think I'm equipped to teach a whole ton of things, but I do know dogs, and I do know dog rescue.
You know a lot more than that. I mean, you're resilient, you're independent, you're
thank you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I do mean it when I say that you lift people up. Every time you've been on the show, but after the show, people have always said, "Man, I love being on with Erin," and that says a lot about you.
Thank you. That is very sweet.
There's no doubt. And of course, look, you and Gene were 3 for 3 in that game earlier.
I know, we're so connected.
So there's
It's
that.
unreal.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny? She was talking about the dog. I have a kitten now.
Oh, okay.
I love animals, but I travel. I'm never there, and I think it's wrong if you do too much. You can't really take care. It's like having a child.
Oh, right.
My daughter does this to me. We rescued the dog. The kitten. It was 5 kittens on the side of a road. Somebody took a car and left a box of kittens on the side of the road, not in the grass part, but right there on the side of the road. And the construction guy took it to my daughter's boyfriend's vet place hospital. And they got him, and then she called me, "Daddy, got have a kid." I said, No, I can't have any animals. I'm traveling. I thought it wouldn't be. And they bring them over before they take them home. And the kitten gets out the box. comes over towards me, looks up at me with these eyes. I'm going, oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. And I says, give me 24, 48 hours. Next thing I know, I'm sitting up here. I wound up getting the kitten. He's here with me. He's been the most amazing thing ever. His name is Maximilian Max.
Nice.
He's an orange tabby, and he's got his own personality. Oh my God! I mean, it's crazy.
Orange tabbies have very specific personalities.
Yes, they do.
Incredibly intelligent.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like, they'll play you.
Really?
Oh yeah, he has played me several times.
Isn't it funny, Gene, how sometimes the people we know that say we'll never get a dog, we'll never get a cat, as soon as they do, their heart melts. And
I was one of those people. I was one of those. I love. My daughter has 2 huskies.
Understanding that all of the different breeds have very defined personalities.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That is true.
But they do. And also, Erin, you know that, right?
We have 10 dogs there,
10.
like so many different breeds.
Erin, were you always a dog lover, Erin? Were you always a dog lover?
Yeah, growing up, we always had a dog. My dad hunted, so we had hunting dogs.
I'm with Gene. I can't have dogs because I travel too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why my cat died. That's why I have cats.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can't travel
cats
anymore.
Don't care. You can be gone for 2 days. Cats are like, thank you.
True. Very true.
Well, I got cat care. So when I go out of town, I say, daughter, you gonna watch him since you got me in this. But my daughter has a zoo at her house. She's got 2 cats. She's got a lab, and she's got a fish. She's got 2 lizards. Oh, I mean, it's.
She's got a zoo.
She's awesome. I love
You gotta
her.
pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You gotta
got a goldfish.
Because I like local aquarium zoo.
Yeah, I got a goldfish.
Yeah.
That counts.
It's amazing.
I like my goldfish.
I like
She's got
goldfish.
I like goldfish, but they die too soon.
Yeah.
They do. They definitely
They
do.
die quickly.
The shabunkins.
Yes,
The
that's
ones
right.
with
I
the
love
big
them.
old-
Yeah, I used to.
Are they angry when they do that? Is that sort of like a
The fact that they're
conflict?
called shabunkins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do they do that, Jason? Are they angry when they do that?
No.
Is that them huffing and puffing?
Shabunkin
when they
is
do
the
that?
goldfish with the. Like, it looks like they have 2 marbles in their.
Right.
That's just your,
Oh, they're always like that. You're saying they're always.
But the fact that it's called a shabunkin.
Right.
I never knew that.
Makes me happy.
I'm learning
Hey
a lot
guys,
today.
I tell you, I had when I was in Chicago, I had lionfish.
No way.
Oh, those are cool.
No, you
I had to get rid of them because, well, the lionfish was a great babysitter for my baby. I got stung. I got in and started them, and I got stung on my hand, and it blew my hand blew up like.
Oh,
I had to go to emergency room.
You're lucky to be alive.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So they
I had
can
to go to
kill, huh,
emergency room.
Jason? They're like deadly. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, they'll sting you.
You guys know what a lionfish is, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a big like puffer fish, but it has like Satan horns all over its body.
Yep.
Wow. I had an ex that cooked my goldfish once. That was years ago. Yeah. But it wasn't like that she was hungry, like, you know.
Oh my God.
She was mad at you.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Jason, he went left on that one, didn't he?
He went left her.
I got revenge. Don't you remember the toothpaste story?
Oh my God.
I left her because she had to she conserved the last 10% of toothpaste instead of buying a new
said
one.
a goldfish.
No,
not one of those trouts or something. You
A
said
goldfish. A goldfish. But Gene,
goldfish is so
I broke
gentle.
up with her 6 months before that. True story.
Gene and I are
because
going to be friends for life now.
For life.
it.
She conserved her toothpaste. She would have to ration the last 10% of her toothpaste instead of buying a new one. She had to get the last squeeze of the toothpaste. Why? Get a new one. It was annoying seeing her do that, so I broke up with her. I'm a little picky of a person. And then she got back to me. So,
Erin said, oh my God.
Yeah.
And she brought him that last little piece of toothpaste.
I'm surprised you didn't cut the thing open and take your finger and lick the sides of it.
And Gene and Jason and Erin, you know what's funny? Our audience, when I told this story like once maybe, they're like oohed and awed when I said that about the toothpaste story. I dumped her after I told them that she killed my goldfish. Nobody was obviously have any pity for me about that. But the toothpaste thing, don't you guys have stuff that drives you nuts? Come on, you don't have things that drive you off the wall.
What's the one where she cooks the bunny? The movie where she cooks the bunny?
Fatal Attraction.
That's Fatal Attraction.
Right, it's a gold. It's still alive, right? And she minimized it and said it's only a goldfish. What does that mean? Only a goldfish. It's still alive.
Like none of this is going to make it into the show when we use
No. And then even I gave it a name. Cornelius was the name of my.
They gotta have met any women like that. Oh my God!
Well, I'm glad you haven't. Yeah, Jersey strong, right, guys and gals in the house right now. I'll turn the topic over right now to Mr. Gene Banks. It's the same topic that Erin, of course, delved into. If you had the opportunity to coach a particular sport to one historical figure, what sport would it be and why? And which historical figure would it be and why? My friend, the floor is yours.
I won't be long, but it's going to be very easy, and it's close to my heart. And you guys are going to be very surprised. You too, Jason. Erin may not. Tyrell Biggs. Think of that name. Tyrell Biggs was the first Olympic super heavyweight back in 1984. He won the Olympic gold medal. Went to my high school. He was my backup at West Philadelphia High School. His name was Burt, but they changed his name to Tyrell Biggs. And he had the style of Muhammad Ali and so forth. And he wanted to be a pro basketball player. I really wanted to be a boxer. But I went down to Joe Frazier's gym one time and watched how those guys were going at each other.
And we went, never mind.
Never mind. I turned around. I said, exit stage left. So that changed my career. But Tyrell did it, and he went on to make the Olympic team. And he was the very first super heavyweight to win it from my high school. And it's interesting that we talk about.
You went to Overbrook? You went to Overbrook.
He went to West Philly.
Oh, West Philly.
He was my backup in high school. He played on the same team with us. He was an awesome basketball player. He was left-handed. So he played there, and it's in Wikipedia. You'll pull up Wikipedia, you'll see that he played. They put my name in there.
68 winning streak team that won 68 or something in a row.
Yep, 68 games. He was on that team. So to go for it, I would love to have gone back and been like his Brondini Brown, like Ali had, because he went against Tyson. And that didn't go too well. Mike Tyson was a beast. He was an animal. He went at him. And I would have loved to have been that coach, been in there and, stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. More or less when Tyson was like his, run and move, run and move, run and move. So, but I would have loved to have been a coach with Tyrell. He's still alive. And I'm trying to get a Hall of Fame in my high school with his thing in it. Who gets a chance to win a super heavyweight Olympic gold medal? That's amazing.
That's cool.
And there you go. And I'm gonna tell you, to make it really true how it is. The reason why Tyson, I'm not gonna be long, brutally beat him. Tyrell and the guys mocked Tyson when they all made the team and they were on a bus. So they mocked him. Tyson was coming over to congratulate the guys and say to you guys, this was when they really made the team. And they mocked him and they laughed at him and the bus drove off. Tyson never forgot that. And when he got Tyrell in that ring, oh my God, he tore him to pieces. Jason, look at that fight. Erin, you see that it was brutal.
I'm telling you, I was literally like, I'm going to do this as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was brutal. But the story behind it.
Is he 6'6", 6'7"?
He's 6'7". Yeah, he's 6'7".
Wow. Yeah.
Well, 6'5", more like 6'5", 6'6". But that was the story behind why
I beat Tyson on the PlayStation one time.
There you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do that. I lost.
Jason, I'm happy for you.
Yay, Jason.
I found the right XX square.
XX square. As a kid, I played Nintendo Mike Tyson Punch Out. You can never get to Tyson. But that's an incredible story there, man.
Yeah, that's how it is. And he was and my wife and I were driving back to San Antonio. And the fight was coming on. I pulled over at a place in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Gotcha.
There was a Holiday Inn that had HBO. And we pulled over to stop to see that fight. And it was brutal. It hurt me to see him. I thought he looked nice. He had the alley stuff and everything, but he didn't have any power behind him.
And to remind our viewers, Gene, of something actually they may not know, may not be privy to this, Gene, is in the Olympics, he actually beat Lennox Lewis.
Yes.
So,
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Knocked out Lennox Lewis. Who Lennox beat almost all the best, if you think about it, right? He beat the Holyfield.
Wait.
Yeah.
Beat Lennox Lewis?
Tyrell Biggs, yeah.
He beat him in the quarterfinals of the Olympics.
Quarterfinals, 84, yeah.
And he beat Francisco Diamante. Diamante was a beast. And he also beat Tofolio Stevenson.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know about that. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. He beat him in the
I
competition.
could
He
do
had
that
an
on
amazing fight
PlayStation.
with what's that?
I could do that on PlayStation.
Guys, round 4 of the tournament. We're gonna have Jason London and Tyrell Biggs play each other on PlayStation. That'll be a hell of a match.
Oh my
We'll see
gosh.
who's that one. But Gene, that's a great. So yeah, someone of course who went to the same school, experienced the winning streak the way that you did, and probably maybe would have had a good career in basketball, but he went another path with boxing. So.
Yeah, because he went to Hampton, and he went to Hampton on a scholarship, and Rick Mahorn and Daryl Work were there.
Because Rick went to Hampton.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Rick came a pro in
Hampton had a hell of
'81
a
with
team.
Washington. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
They would have had a hell of a team.
And by the way, in Washington, Mahorn and Jeff Ruland, man, they were the bruisers. Remember those guys? The two power forwards and centers? Rick told me a story about that. He goes, people think the bad boys were the Detroit Pistons. They were the Washington Bullets before Detroit. We gave them the template. Then New York took it from Detroit, took it to another level, and David Stern said, I've seen enough. I got to change the rules. I've seen enough. There's too much bully ball going on over here.
I'm giving you guys too much because Rick Mahorn.
It's amazing.
Rick's in this tournament. Rick is in this tournament.
People that aren't calling me are calling me as we're doing this interview. I keep having to do this. Like,
Oh, funny.
Yeah,
it's always when you're busy.
It's Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly's calling you.
This is
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill heard everything.
He's upset about the show.
Yeah.
Rick's gonna be very
from Dazed and Confused castmates.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Like literally as we're talking right now, I just got Michelle Thomas. I just got Christine Harnos. I'm like,
nice.
Beep.
No, well, hey, no, I mean, right
One
now.
of my all-time favorites.
Dazed and Confused. Gene, have you ever seen Dazed and Confused?
An incredible film, Gene.
No.
It's one of the greatest films ever made.
What is it again?
Dazed and Confused, 1993. First time you'll see Matthew McConaughey. He's in there.
Yeah. And the first name on the poster is Jason London.
Jason London. Yes, sir.
Such a good movie. I saw it in the theaters a few times.
Yeah, it really
I'll
is.
look. I'm home. I'm gonna watch it today. I'm gonna watch it today.
Just turned this whole thing into me.
Such a cool movie.
I didn't mean to do that.
So it's called again.
No,
Days
it's
of
just weird that when we're talking, all of a sudden I'm getting phone calls
from the castmates. Yeah.
It's so
Wow.
There's some synergy there.
So what's the name of the movie again?
Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Great
1983.
movie.
It's like the Led Zeppelin song. Dazed
I want to
and
send
Confused.
Gene and Erin I'll Fly Away. It was a good TV series starring Jason London.
That was.
In London's amazing castmates, Dazed and Confused. Clearly, I've become dazed and confused. I will give myself that. But right now, I'm having so much fun that I can't gather my thoughts because I'm having a good old time with Erin O'Brien, Jason London, and Gene Banks. Guys and gals and pals, Jason London right now, same topic I will set up for you, my friend. This is the same topic. If you had the opportunity to coach a particular sport to one historical figure, what sport would it be and why? And which historical figure would it be and why?
I'm about to blow some minds. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I know, because I've got Gene Banks in front of me right now. What I'm going to do is this. Being an Oklahoma boy, I'm going to go back and reference the greatest athlete of time. Gene, who is the greatest athlete of all sports ever?
Jesse Owens?
1902.
I'm going to pick Jesse Owens or Jack Johnson.
Nope. There's one more. Native.
I'm going to pick Jim Thorpe.
Oh,
Jim Thorpe, baby.
Yes.
Jim Thorpe.
Oklahoma. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right. When you said the greatest athlete of all time, that was it.
Yeah. So Jim Thorpe. So my phone keeps falling over. Guys. Jim Thorpe, Native American, grew up in very oppressed, conditions. But the man was like the 1902 version of Camp Scattaboo. No one wanted to block him. Also, not only that, he two-time Olympic gold medalist.
Yep.
with shoes that didn't match.
Wow.
Remember?
Yeah.
His
Amazing.
mother made him shoes, and his mother made him socks, and he won 2 Olympic gold medals.
That's amazing.
Then became the greatest beginning. Remember, this is 1902, right? So no pads, no anything. That's when they developed helmets, because trying to tackle Jim Thorpe was like running into Cam Scattaboo right now without gear, right? So
now, Erin, you know who Scattaboo is?
Yes, because my husband bets on football.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So listen. So check it out. So then Jim Thorpe ended up, because he won 2 gold medals running, right? He ended up becoming the literal. I'm trying to get the camera thing here. He ended up being basically the face of the NFL. And if you go to the NFL Hall of Fame, whose statue is in the middle?
Wow.
Walk in. He was the first president of the NFL Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Jim Thorpe. He was a Native American. In fact, he was the head of the very first Native American NFL team, which didn't go well. But think about our history of the NFL. Think about all of that. How many true natives, say Hawaiians, say Alaskans, like Inuits, whatever it is, how many of them became the face of a national organization? Jim Thorpe, who literally came from nothing, turned into the greatest. You know how we have like our guys that like do baseball, basketball, He did all of them.
Like 2 sport athletes, he did 5.
He did 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the greatest.
Yeah.
That is the greatest.
So
also bowl 200, guys and gals. Also bowl 200. How about that? Yeah. Also a great bowler.
Not only that, he was an amazing pool player.
Yes.
He was a champion. He was a champion pool player. Pretty much the best at everything he did.
And Jason's right, because he was raised in what's now Oklahoma. It was Indian Territory back then. And he didn't have anything because, like, his dad, of course, wasn't around. His mom, I believe she might have died because he had a twin brother that died when he was 9.
And his
mom died during childbirth, right? So, like, he overcame a lot. He overcame a ton.
Yes.
Now, Jason, you know this from the history of being with me, right? You've always said this, and I appreciate it. I don't go to Google or Wikipedia. I do my research. But I'll tell you something. 2 sources got it wrong because they list Jason and Jeremy in I'll Fly Away. They list them both as Nathaniel. Both.
There's a reason why.
Tell me.
There's a reason why. Whenever I did my first pilot for Fox.
Yes.
It was called Blood Ties.
Sure.
It was before its time. It was like a vampires living in Beverly Hills.
Sure.
Horrible, awful. They had like dancers in it and stuff. It was weird. So it didn't get picked up. Thank God. Didn't get picked up. But the next season, I auditioned for a show called I'll Fly Away.
Right.
I got the job. Right. So I go back to it's going to film in Atlanta. So I go back home and I'm having like a party, going to Atlanta party with my friend, and my manager or my agent calls at the time and he goes, "Shut the party down."
Ooh.
Like, what are you talking about? He goes, "Fox won't let you out of the contract that you did with them, so you can't go to NBC and do I'll Fly Away."
Oh,
luckily, my first movie, The Man in the Moon, the star was Sam Waterston, who happened to be the star of I'll Fly Away.
Sure.
So I said to them, "Hey, I have a twin brother." Sam Waterston said, "Hey, he has a twin brother. give him a chance. So I flew back to Texas. I showed Jeremy exactly how I did the scene. This is how I did the scene. We put him on film, and then Jeremy ended up getting the role on I'll Fly Away for 4 years.
Oh.
Cool.
After
Cool.
it won 13 Emmys.
Yeah.
13 Emmys.
Yeah.
After 4 years, they shut the show down, but they did a final 2-hour movie. The 2-hour movie was the finality of the whole series, right? Jeremy had already started another series. So they came back to me, the guy that got the part originally.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got to play the exact same role that my twin brother played in
That's
the last 2-hour movie.
That is a really cool story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am learning a lot today.
A lot. And you know what?
lot.
I want to send Gene and Erin another one because I'm thinking of films that people may not have seen. There was one you did called A Matter of Justice with Martin Sheen. That was Patty Duke was in it. Great cast. Cole Hauser was in it.
And I got my ass beat by Cole Hauser.
Right
after we did Dazed and Confused, and Cole was my buddy, but he didn't hold back.
He's a big guy, isn't he?
He's scary.
Yeah, I would think so.
Guys, you know about his father, right? He's second generation because his dad's a great actor as well.
Wings Hauser.
Yeah.
Wings Hauser was one of the greatest. And whenever I first met Cole, Wings was married to of course I'm gonna go brain dead right now. The Exorcist.
Oh gosh.
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton.
Blair.
Linda Blair.
No.
Yeah.
The Exorcist.
Linda Blair.
Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to meet. See, I got to
that
meet
movie still
freaks
me out.
I said Linda Hamilton, so that's my fault.
Through Cole Hauser. And I was
7
like,
degrees.
This is bizarre because I was
7 degrees.
just getting into the industry, and I was just like, I'm meeting people that I've watched on TV
your whole life. Yeah.
Life.
Patty Duke.
Yeah.
Patty Duke played my mom.
One of my favorite actors, and he's a gentleman. Yeah,
I got
cousins.
Honestly, like
I was going to bring this up. If anybody should sing the Patty Duke song, it should be Mr. Duke himself, Gene Banks.
I used to watch. Listen, seriously, I used to watch that show, man.
Same. I like that show too.
It's a great show. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And I want to tell you guys a story. Someone else who's in this film, Gene and Erin, is someone who actually was amazingly accomplished. He decided to teach prisoners Shakespeare. Charles S. Dutton, an incredible storyteller.
Oh yeah,
The Rock.
Incredible. Rock. He had his own series called Rock.
Yeah, I remember Rock. Yeah.
What a presence. What a
I
presence.
like that show.
Yes. If you guys remember a ton of movies, Rudy, Alien 3.
Rudy.
Right now, guys and gals and pals, what I'm going to do right now is give everyone a solo layout. And just, again, 30 seconds of anything you want to tell our audience. There's so much going on in the lives and careers of Jason London, Erin O'Brien, Gene Banks, and any words of motivation as well. But before we do that, anything you guys would like to tell one another as we depart?
I want an autograph from you guys.
Yeah, same.
Like literally, you just set us up. Bobby. We all want each other's autograph.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
I'll text the address.
So this,
yes,
look, again, I do say this to people, Erin. You would agree. This is a place where strangers leave as friends, right? It is.
Yes, and these guys are so awesome. And I love your answers on the last one. And I realized I went off on my own path that way.
No, it's
but you
Erin,
guys are awesome.
Erin, there's nothing you can do wrong here.
Thanks.
No.
And Erin, and I tell you, the thing also, Erin, was that I know when I first was on, I was talking about my wife. I couldn't hold it. You know, and that shows your inner spirit, and that's. I felt that. I felt that about you. You have a beautiful spirit. You really do.
Very cool.
Don't make me cry again. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's
Same.
another thing I want to say to Gene. Can I please?
Yes, please.
Sir, you're the way that you honored your wife, and the fact that we know, because I just lost my daddy like a week, like 2 weeks ago, but also
I know it's
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
just to be able to You know, the fact that we are people that people can watch until we're long gone, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
we're so blessed that we get to sort of be alive long after we are dead. And the fact that in this time that we honor, God dang it, I'm sorry, the time that we honor these people that we love.
Yep. Yep.
And so I really appreciate that about you.
And I appreciate what you're saying. I mean, I'm learning so much about when we're 30, 40, you don't think about death. 50. When you get 60 older and you see people pass around, you really look back and see how precious life is. And through all this mess that's happening, I don't let this stuff bother the Trumps and all that stuff. Whatever people do, whatever decision, I don't let that stuff bother me. I mean, I'm going to continue on giving love to those, whether you're good or bad. I can turn the other cheek. I want to take everything I can learn from every day and enjoy it. I mean, I go to the mountains and watch the streams come down. I think that's the most beautiful thing,
I
to
would
have
love
that kind of peace.
I'd love to be there with you, my friend, because I
And
think that you're exactly right. That's
And
exactly right.
that's where and my kids are like that, and I'm so thankful that they're like that. You know, they're very sensitive about things, and I don't worry about this stuff. I just try to do what I can do while I'm here for the good of people, no matter what race, creed, or color they are, and enjoy it and take it all in, and I enjoy it, all of it. I do.
Well, we enjoy you. Right now, guys and gals, again, thanks for sharing your vulnerability as well. It means a lot to me. I mentioned this 4 times during one of the shows Erin was on, in about how many episodes? Close to 300. 6.5, 7. I can't remember how many years ago it was. Close to 7. My ex-fiance passed away 2 weeks before our wedding because she was complaining of migraines.
Is this true?
And I brought this up. Yeah, she complained of migraines. I get migraines. I take sumatropitin for my migraines. And I was such a moron that I told her, hey, you could just take Advil liquid gels and you'll feel better. And of course, what does she do? She goes to the florist and drops dead. And I've been carrying that with me for so long. And only recently her family has kind of forgiven me. And I still haven't forgiven myself. That's the truth. I can't forgive myself for it. But it's so cool that you guys are actors talk about imposter syndrome, and like I can't sit here and just pretend like you didn't help me talk about that now. And last time when Erin was on, because I barely do it, but you guys have stories with people that you loved, and I think we can all agree that when it comes to the human being that's watching the show as well, they've lost someone. And to see you guys open up the way you do, I think inspires the invisible audience member that we don't see now. So you guys are beautiful people. There's no doubt. I'm going to give Jason a solo layout, then Erin, of course, and then Mr. Gene Banks, and we'll be out of here. Jason, any words for our audience, any words at all that you want to give? They might be having a down day. Anything you want to tell them?
This is pretty heavy, bro. I mean, this has been enlightening. I just want to say to everyone, you might think your day is going bad. You might think your week's going bad. You know, you might think you've had a bad month. But look back on the years that you've had already and realize that, wait, I was in that same funk about 6 months ago. Somehow something happened where everything was going to be good, and I felt great about it. The funk will always come out. You have to stay strong and stay sober and stay convicted in what your intentions are, because energy does attract energy, right? So what I want to say is we all deal with loss. How we deal with loss is the stages of grief. If you use that as a platform to destroy your own self, which I have done in the past, not anymore. Use it as a platform to go forward and do something positive, because our life is finite, right? We don't know what happens when we're done. but energy is energy. Be positive energy. I just went off, didn't I?
Dude, I want to say something from my heart, okay? This has nothing to do with being in the industry for a long time or knowing all the trappings of it, but as a friend, and really, I don't use the word brother unless I mean it, I'm glad you're in my life, man. I want you to know that. I'm really glad you're in my life. You should know that. It's okay to take your roses when you know it's coming from a place of authenticity, my friend. Did you have a nice time?
I thank you for the opportunity. And also, I'm going to punch you in the face for getting me emotional.
I'm wearing glasses. You can't punch me. You can't. So, guys, you can't punch me. My friend, you have a great rest of the evening. Yeah.
Avi, I love you.
I love you too, man. You mean a lot to me. I'm going to talk to you very soon, my friend. Mr.
Right,
Jason London. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you so much. That's Jason London. Erin O'Brien. Gosh, I know there's so much to do here, guys. Got a new business and got the dogs. And I just want to tell you again, I love being able to see three people who I know that you met Jason maybe a couple times. Your husband knows him well. To see three people like Eugene and Jason get along for the first time under this umbrella, that's why I do what I do. Like that's it. I would do this, and I have done this before sponsors and Prime. Who cares? I love seeing people connect, especially today in 2025. And some people have never broken bread here, and they're connecting so much. You're kind of the epitome of what this stands for. Like, you're the spirit of that. And that's why I took the shades off to tell you that eye to eye. You represent what is right about this. So thank you for being you, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate this show so much. And it's amazing how we can have different viewpoints. Like Jason and I, the first thing we said to each other was like, we're politically so opposite, but we love each other. And he loves my husband. And he's a good person, and we had such a nice conversation, the three of us. And Jean was so sweet and wonderful and open, and I feel like I made new friends today. And I think this is what we all need to do more of: is love each other, accept each other's differences, and just make friends instead of the internet.
And have a good time, right?
Yes. This is what life's all about. Enjoy, be kind, be nice, make friends, love each other.
It's not that hard. It's not.
It's not.
No, it really
It's
isn't.
really not.
For anyone, though, that does have a hard time, Erin, I'll give you a solo. Any words of inspiration just for anyone out there that might be struggling with anything?
Just keep going. Never stop, because it gets better. And when things seem bad, just remember God has a plan, and just keep going, and he's going to lead you in the right direction.
It's very well said, my friend. You had a nice time this evening?
I did. Thank you so much for having me. I love you guys.
You too, Erin. I'll see you very soon, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gene Banks, my friend, every single time you come on here, you make friends. You do it really well. You're very good at making friends, my friend. It's so cool to see your spirit. I know that Jason and you and Erin, I want to give out each other's numbers so you guys can actually keep in touch, my friend. But when I say this, I mean it. Your presence is a present, because I think every time you speak, you also come from a place of someone who's listening to the other person. And like, you're so very patient as a speaker. You're so very relatable as somebody who talks about something that could seem like a distant future. NBA basketball, Duke basketball. How many of us, less than 1%, did what you did on a high, and even less than 1% did on a level you did? And then you're able to bring it back to something so common like work ethic, drive, hustle, leadership, qualities that you all, of course, I believe, possess. And you do it in a way that's very human. So I want to put those words out there. As you could tell, there's no script here. You mean a lot to a lot of people, and you become a fast friend. And I appreciate you.
Well, one of the things about this show that's really intriguing is there was a lot of emotional energy, and it was good energy, and it was needed. In the time of things that are happening around with families and deaths and so forth, Erin and London, I felt them today. I felt their stories. I felt their, I'm getting emotional just saying this now with what you did, Avi, with this. You could have had another person, and we probably would have connected, but not this today with London and Erin. It was powerful. And it made my heart feel good to be happy to be alive, to, like you say, when you meet friends and you connect with people and you share stories, it makes you want to go out and feel good about not just today, but going forward,
Yeah.
that there are people in this world that have that kind of spirit and energy in them, and that love and emotion. And I'm very appreciative of this show today. And there's not really much I can say. I mean, I don't worry about the Republicans and the Democrat parties and all that. I just went independent because I didn't really want to be with any particular fraternity. Uh, if this person's a Republican, he's good. I'll vote for him. If he's Democrat, I'll vote. If he's good for the people, that's where I'm at. I don't worry about who's who and what's what. It's what you do for other people, how you touch people, how you are able to engage and make people feel good. That's what I'm about. I mean, and that's what I feel. I feel that energy from whoever that person is, and roll with it and enjoy it. And I've always been blessed to be. I've never been perfect. I've made my mistakes, and I bounced back from them. Nothing too critical, but I made situations that I had to fix and work through and go through. It wasn't like they say life has never been always a crystal stair. But the great thing about it is that what I felt, you've always had that, and you too, Avi, within you, that something wants you to quit, but you couldn't and you wouldn't quit. And even you're going through the situation with that thing that you haven't, go and shout it out and talk to the creator. Somebody hears you,
Yes, sir.
somebody, and let it out, and then to go forward and make amends by doing good. That's all. Just go out and do good,
Yes, sir.
and it'll come back. So
So agree
I'm
with
very
you.
thankful. I'm very thankful today, uh, which is really weird because I've done shows and I've done one with you before, but this one was really emotionally, spiritually good. I mean, I felt both of their energy, and it was magnificent, And I never knew anything about Erin until this. I never knew anything about Jack. I mean, Jason. But now I'm going to study them. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to learn more about them, and we made friendships, and that's powerful. And I'm
Wow.
thankful. Thank
And
you.
that's see, it goes back full circle. You're very good at making friends, and that's something I've seen and observed, my friend. You really do stand for something that goes beyond the resume. My friend, you just experienced something and helped out, of course, the legacy of a Mr. Bob McAdoo. I know, of course, the Harlem Globetrotters. I want to give you a solo layout. If you want to explain more in depth to our audience, I would love for them to hear what you have coming down the pike, my friend.
Well, one of the things, if they go on and check it out, the Bob McAdoo, Bimbo Park is an area that's in Greensboro, east side of Greensboro, and that's where Bob McAdoo played basketball at, along with the famous Vince Evans, who was a black quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He was one of them, and Curly Neal from the Globetrotters. They all played on this little winky-dink basketball court, and there was a conversation about honoring Bob 3 or 4 years ago. Apparently, I got involved in it to the fact that people were dragging their feet. And I believe in guys getting their flowers. And that's where that all came in. And praises to Erin Kennedy and District Leader 1 Sharon Hightower and Phil Fleischman. This thing went, it was amazing. It was amazing the turnout of people coming there. The artist did a mural on the court. It's fantastic. You can go on my Facebook page and see it, Gene Banks Tinkerbell, or Instagram. It's and then I'm going to send you the video of the ceremony. Cedric
Yes.
Maxwell came.
Oh wow,
Phil
1981
Ford.
MVP. Nice.
Yeah, Phil Ford came in
Ford.
support.
Carolina.
And,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. And we're not done yet. It's going to be utilized for kids having games and programs and things. That's what Bob and I talked about. And now the next project is going to be getting them to acknowledge Curly Neal. Greensboro hasn't acknowledged one of the greatest entertainers from their city, the Globetrotters, Curly Neal. And
Unbelievable.
I'm going to fight to get that one and get that on and that's good for African Americans,
yes,
the young boys, to see these because all they're looking at is what you see, the phones and the stuff. But when you tell them who's Curly Neal, nobody says Curly Neal. But if you ask them when they Google it, go, oh, that's him.
Right.
Yeah, he played on this court. And even with me, some of these kids go like, Gene Banks, you played it. But then when they Google it and they see it, it freaks them out.
Wow.
And then you got their attention. You got these kids' attention.
Yes.
because now it's documented. So I utilize that when I'm doing things. I'm working with a program called Kids Poetry Basketball, and
Wow.
they have to do letters and so forth to make a basket. So I'll give you more information about that.
Please.
Look
And even
at
the
kids.
kids, they like you said. The kids, they like their terminology. So maybe we could use stretch five. Bob McAdoo was the first stretch five. This man could shoot
Yep.
deep.
Yep.
This man, I mean, God, what he did with the Buffalo, and then of course, I liked as a kid, as a youngster, seeing that second wind as a Laker when he was that sixth man coming in there. And I don't think they would have been able to win without McAdoo. I really
No,
don't.
they beat. Listen, we played them. We beat them 5 or 6 times in the regular season.
Yeah.
We got them, and it went 7 games.
Yeah.
Pat Riley said if it wasn't for Bob, we will be going to the NBA championship.
Wow. 83.
Yep.
83. What a great
Yep.
team that was. That Spur team. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nobody even talks about that, but that's what it was. So, and Bob and I are good friends.
I remember you guys taking out Denver the previous round.
We took them out because it was run and gun, So, but I am so thankful
Yeah.
for my friendship. Like Oakley, we talk. Earl Monroe, we talk.
Great.
Artists, we talk. I mean, I can go down a list. I feel so blessed to have the respect of these guys that when I call them, it's 1 or 2 o'clock, and they'll pick up the phone.
That says a lot.
And Oakley, when I have things with kids, no matter what they portray him, he's a teddy bear. He always helps out when it's coming. I call him about some kids that are in Greensboro.
You see the best in people. You see the best in people.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's been amazing. So that's I don't know how long I'm going to live. I get emotional because I want to stay here because I want to just be around with my kids and see them. They're grown, but I just want to be around them and see them because once we're gone, we don't know what's on the other side. I mean, they preach us. We're going to see the pearly gates. We're going to see. We have no idea what's going to happen. Like you said, it's energy. Energy leaves and it goes somewhere else. We don't know. But one thing we do know, we won't be here anymore. We won't be here. So we got to enjoy this. That's why it hurts when our people leave us because we just want them. We just want them here. We just want to be.
Yeah.
And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But now we have to take care of ourselves to stay here longer because we only have a time limit.
Yes, sir. Well, my friend, thank you for leaving behind great energy here. Appreciate you so much. Can't wait to shake your hand in person. And we will talk very soon, Mr. Gene Banks.
We will. Thank you so much for having me. And God bless you. Love you, man.
Love you too, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Gene Banks, guys, a legendary human being. Of course, Jason London, Aaron O'Brien. Yeah, I agree with what Gene says. I echo his sentiments. I concur. To have 3 amazing human beings connect the way they did, give it up to them because I had the best seat in the house listening to them. So thank you guys and gals and pals for watching. And thank you, Gene and Jason and Aaron, for being here and giving me the funnest job that there can be. So thank you, guys. Appreciate you more than you know.
Definitely the best seat in the house. Being here, being able to watch, listen, witness that you, the engine, you voted these 3 back in for this chance. And they are 3 very, very well-deserving competitors to have this. I don't know if we could have had a better first.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go backstage, and to all the engine members who are commenting, comment now more than ever because Jason and Gene and Erin want your votes.
Mm-hmm.
We call this a sport of the mind, and I say it's also a scent for the soul because this is a very humane tournament. This is a place where people come together. It's a place where strangers leave as friends. I can't think of another show. There have been many, but right now off the top of my head, it's the one we just witnessed. The tagline, strangers leave as friends. Tonight's show epitomizes that. Aaron O'Brien, Jason London, Gene Banks didn't know one another. Jason knew Aaron's husband. They didn't know each other. Now they're friends. I can attest to that. 1 out of 3 moves on to round number 3. This is a tournament after all. The mind is a muscle, is it not? We work it out. Right now, guys, you have to work it out. Vote for topic 1 and topic 2. You were here for both. Let us know why, but we need your votes. Without your votes, trust you me, Jason and Gene and Aaron are awaiting your votes. Let us know who you vote for and why. Howard and Giselle are going to break things down, and they're going to vote. We'll start with Giselle first, of course, and then Howard. Howard, I know this was definitely a night that really moved you. And I love what Jason and Gene had to say, specifically those two gentlemen, because we don't plan this, guys. This isn't scripted. When Erin broke down earlier, and then Jason did, and then Gene got emotional towards the very end, that's not something you could script. It happens here because I want to appreciate all of you. I want to appreciate all of the luminaries. I want to appreciate humanity and shine a light on what's right about humanity. What's right about humanity could be something that's vulnerable, could be something that isn't comfortable, but that's okay. If you could look across the screen at your fellow participant, competitor, opponent, whatever you want to call them, and realize that they're there for you. They're rooting you on. They're rooting for your authenticity is what they're rooting for. You're in a good place. That's what TKN is, but we need your votes. Howard and Giselle will stop what they're saying. They'll stop yapping when they see your votes. They will stop yapping. They will acknowledge your votes. All the TKN hosts, I want you voting as well. Off screen, Phil and Kelly and everyone, I want you voting. We're going to pull up your votes. Let us know who you vote for and why. Only 1 out of 3 move on. And remember, this is a precursor of sorts because you want a preview of round number 3? I mentioned that in a 3-way match in round number 3, only 1 moves on. In a 4-way match, only 1 move on. So we've seen so far in round number 2 go the other way, where 2 out of 3 move on in a 3-way, and 3 out of 4 moving on in a 4-way. So tonight, only 1 out of 3 moves on. And let's remember, we're honoring John Amos. This is the John Amos Cup, a dear friend of mine, of course, Hollywood royalty, but we also know guys and gals and pals. He was in round number 2. He'll always be a champion here in this tournament. And we're going to find out right now, guys and gals and pals, who you're voting for. Keep commenting, even if you're hearing me yapping away. I'm going to go backstage, kick it over to Giselle. The moment she sees a vote, she will stop, and she will count your vote, and I will tally it. So, Giselle, floor is yours.
Yes. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of pressure being the first one because we have to have all of those thoughts already prepared. And after a night like this, how difficult is that? And I'm seeing the love pouring in for John Amos. Joe, topic 1 for me is going to be Erin for me. But then topic 2 for me is going to be Gene Banks. Erin's love for her theater instructor and Gene's love for his friend hit hard for me. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much for voting. Get everyone else out there in the comments. Get your votes in. Chad, I am going to vote for Gene in topic 1. He did such an awesome job on his delivery, and he was bang on, in my opinion, on his points. Awesome. Thank you for that. Chad, let us know who you're voting for topic 2 as well. Phil, topic number 2, Jason. Thank you, Phil. Right. Let us know who you're voting for topic 1. Miranda, I'm voting Erin for topic 1 and Gene for topic 2. Thank you, Miranda. Matt, Christy Reese, I vote Gene for topic 1.
Nice.
Thank you. Let us know who you vote for topic 2. Howard, why don't you go ahead and take a few?
Hey, Sydney. Again, welcome, Sydney. Great you're here.
Super happy to have you here.
Yes, Gene for topic 1 and Erin for topic 2. Love it. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you. Thank you so much for voting. Keep those votes coming in. Allison, I vote Erin for topic 1 and Jason for topic 2. Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison.
Bethany.
All right.
My topic goes to Gene because how he took a whole story about his mother believing in him into meeting his mentor, then giving his history to back it up. Awesome. That is a fantastic reason, Bethany. Thank you for sharing the whys and being so in-depth there. Let us know who you're voting for topic number 2 as well. We really want to see all of those. You're voting for each topic 1 and topic 2.
Lester, what is up, my friend? Topic 1, Erin. Topic 2, Gene. Thank you so much, Lester.
Chad, and in topic 2, I vote for Jason London. He responded with incredible points, and his answer just resonated with me. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate that. Thank you for getting those in. If you've only voted for one topic so far, make sure you vote for both topics, topics 1 and topic number 2, and keep those votes coming in. This is super important.
Demand 33, topic 1, Jason London. His story about imposter syndrome on set really spoke to me. Topic 2, Gene Banks. I loved him talking about his friend. Thank you so much, Demand.
Classy times. My first topic, I vote for Erin O'Brien. And the second topic, I vote for Jason London. Thank you, classy times. We always have a good time with you in the comments section. With all of you.
Get those votes, Sal. Let's get those votes.
Come in.
Yeah, let's keep them coming in. Whew. Okay, while we wait for more votes.
Yeah.
Topic number 1. Oh, Johnny McKinney. Welcome, Johnny McKinney. Topic 1, Jason. Thank you for that. And topic 2, Erin. So glad you were here to watch them tonight. Johnny McKinney We love having you in the comment section. You've been here with us for a very long time, and we appreciate
Always.
everything you do here. Every time you're on a broadcast for TKN Saturday night, as well as for the Black Box on Wednesdays. If you're missing those, don't. Vote, 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 says Cage. Absolutely. Howard?
Yeah, classy times. Topic 2, Jason had me on his deep emotional connections. Even virtually, they had sparks. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Classy.
And Matt Christoris, topic 2 for Jason. He touched my heart. I think he touched a lot of hearts tonight. Yes, that is an opinion. No, that is not telling you which way to go. But yeah, topic 1, the honor is all mine. What a fantastic topic. Ted Ferguson, welcome. I've been quiet. Erin had me for both topics, one talking about her life growth and the other going into those who meant something in terms of who to coach or mentor. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, and we appreciate your watching. Don't be shy if you're watching and not commenting. Those comments help us out so much, especially live. Will E. Wilson, topic 1, Erin, and topic 2, Mr. Banks. Thank you for watching and voting.
Eric, in big bold, I vote Gene, topic 1. He mentioned Dr. William H.D. Willer, who was kind of a Joe Clark figure, a motivator, just like Avi, bringing out the best in us. 110% agree with that. Jason, topic 2, him citing his father and first director. Thank you so much.
How about the engine you guys are? How about the votes coming in hot and heavy? And how about the way they're describing? They're giving us the whys. Appreciate the whys. Everybody. Eric, Allison, I don't think we got your vote yet, Allison. If you can, all of you guys are breaking things down amazingly well. I don't think we have. Well, here we go. Renault votes for Erin for topic 1 and 2. This is real close.
Wow.
Like between all 3. And if you're new to our show, some matches are closer than others, but in terms of the votes, this is real close across the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're seeing Gene and Jason and Erin and Gene and Jason and Erin, Gene and Jason and Erin. Giselle, I mean, this thing is real close here. So, guys, let me keep bringing up your votes, and then I'll kick it back over to Giselle. You do not want to miss our outro.
No.
I had to bring this up. You do not want to miss our outro.
No.
We've been pumping it up all week for a reason. The outro video, excuse me, my guys. I know you're enthusiastic. The outro video is going to begin with the top 10. The top 10. The top 10 participants that are still in round 2. As round 2 is nearing its final lap, it's going to screech to a sudden halt very soon. Before it does that, we're going to see who the top 10 contenders, as far as you're concerned, that are still left in round number 2. And then you do not want to miss the matchup that we have for you next Saturday night, do we, Howard? You do not want to miss the match we have in store for you. I don't think the TKN hosts want to miss the match. I don't think they have no idea. So, guys, please, this isn't a shill. This is free. It's free per view. Stick around and let us know that you're sticking around. You can only do so by commenting. We're not mind readers. This is free. We ask you to comment. That's what helps us out. Sharing it, having your friends and family commenting and sharing. And, of course, right now, voting. This is the last lap. Hey, Chad, see you in there, guys. Chad comments a ton on his Facebook page. Chad Dixon, check him out. Comment on his posts. Guys, how about our very own TKN judges right now, right? We have Mr. David Malinsky. He posts a ton. He's part of the tournament of judges. We've got Sebastian. He's part of the tournament of judges. That happens every Wednesday night. We're going to have a special broadcast this Wednesday on Thanksgiving. And guys and gals and pals, we're coming to a town near you. And as you know, we appreciate our sponsor, Progresso Soup, our corporate sponsor. We appreciate Amazon Prime, 6 episodes for round number 3 that will be in the can, in studio. We're happy about that. Again, live events, merch. We have a lot going on right now in just under 22 months. Already close to 7 million total views on our YouTube channel. So keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, keep sharing. But right now, guys, I'll turn it back over to Giselle. Just in time to read Bethany, the awesome Bethany, and her vote for topic number 2.
Awesome. Bethany, topic 2, Jason. I loved the breakdown. The emotions were not from acting. They were from the true him as a person. I loved seeing that in a person. Thank you so much, Bethany. And again, thank you for the whys. If you haven't voted yet, go get those in. Salute to Progresso Soup and Amazon Prime. Absolutely, Rage Channel. We are saluting them. We love them. We're very grateful, very thankful for them, and that they are here and believe in us in TKN. It's awesome. I saw that. Appreciate you, Avi, from a Chad Dixon. Yes.
Intense community.
Okay. Intense. Is it my turn? Shout out to Chad Dixon. Absolutely. Seriously, check out his posts on Facebook.
Me too.
He puts up usually a few a day, and they are always very, very chock full of information, very passionate. They're wonderful reads. If you've missed anything about TKN, go to Chad's post because he will have it all. He will break down everything from every match, from every episode, from every show, and a little behind the scenes action too, maybe.
Oh.
And he gives the love. He gives the love, especially to Avi, because we wouldn't be here without him. And this was definitely a strangers leave as friends match. They wanted each other's autographs.
Oh yeah.
Who resonates with you most when they have something?
And
like
once more, an ending you don't want to miss in the outro. After the top 10, when you find out who we have next week, you want to say you saw it here first, live, guys. Do not miss. Do not go anywhere now. If you've made it this far, you are going to be absolutely impacted by the outro. Trust me. Giselle's going to break stuff down and vote. Then Howard, and we're going to announce which one of these three greats move on to round 3.
Topic 1. The honor is all mine. Oh gosh, Gene Banks starting off strong. His English teacher, his coach, pointing in a direction he never would have imagined or thought of or could have thought of until it was introduced to him. And that was really great to see. Plus all of the encouragement from his mom and the support from his mother. Yes. That was really a fantastic answer. Great way to start the night. Oh, goodness. And then we have Erin O'Brien and her first teacher, something I can very much relate to. That first storytelling teacher you have really leaves such an impact. They're the ones who either make you realize, yes, this is definitely for me. This is what I'm doing. Christopher Farnan with his votes. This was so hard to call. All three guests did so well. Boy, for topic 1, I have to give it to Jason. He was so real and down to earth. Topic 2 goes to Gene. He nailed this topic and emotional. This is real. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chris, for voting and for giving us your reasons as well. But yes, that first teacher, it will either solidify that love that you have, or it will completely push you away. And I'm so glad that first teacher of hers solidified that love, because we have been treated to some on-screen delights in this honest storytelling from Miss O'Brien. And we have Jason London. Worked with the great Robert Mulligan. His first audition, didn't know what was happening. He's with all of these people. He tells his story so vividly. And then he told us how he wants to honor his mentor. And that was a big sticking point, because that was the most clear how I heard from each of these three competitors. And that is what put Jason London over the edge for me for the first topic. So topic 1, my vote goes to Jason London.
Awesome.
Topic 2 is a little bit more difficult. History needs coaching. They all have fantastic choices. Erin O'Brien choosing Sylvia Plath, and her reasonings are great. It's true. They say you don't rescue the dog rescues you. Substitute dog for your pet of choice. But it's really a mutually beneficial relationship, and I can never minimize or diminish that. And I thought that was a great choice from her and a really good reason why. And then we have Jason London and Jim Thorpe. Oh my gosh, Jim Thorpe. He's been mentioned a few times on here before, but I was so glad we went so in depth with Jim Thorpe tonight. It was really fantastic. Gene Banks, with the dichotomy between himself and Tyrell Biggs and how they started on the same path and then their paths diverged. One went to boxing, one went to basketball. They started opposite. It was a really fun story to see. Yes. But with all of the history we have from Jim and what Jason can do with that, my vote is again going to Jason London for topic number 2.
Love it. Amazing choices, amazing reasons as well. Giselle, thank you so much. You articulated that beautifully. So with me, topic 1, Erin talking about her acting teacher. Again, if you're a storyteller, who cannot identify with that? Being able to instill that confidence at an early age and saying, I could do this and I could affect people as well. So important. and then Gene talked about, and not knowing where to go. And then he paints that beautiful picture of in his room, and he puts a jacket on and he puts the music on, and then he goes out and decides Duke. And even after that decision, people are like, Duke, really?
Duke.
But sticking to his guns, and we all now know what he did and his amazing achievements. But Jason, man, paints this picture of imposter syndrome. Who can identify with that? I know I can. Even if you're not a storyteller, whatever you decide to choose in life, that is such a universal thing. And going into his trailer and being scared, and then Robert Mulligan coming in and saying, I might butcher this, but he told him, if you're acting, I'll say cut. And it being such a, I guess in a way, a philosophy of life as a storyteller and human being. So he painted that picture just with so many layers for me, and ending it on that quote for me was really strong, powerful. So my vote's going to go for Jason for that first topic. And then second topic, Sylvia Plath, Erin brings up, and yes, dogs being such a powerful, transformative animal that could really just teach you so much about yourself and about caring and love. She expressed that beautifully, I love the image of Gene Banks, going to, I guess, that boxing gym, and then going, whoop, never mind, not what I'm doing with my life. But yes, it painted a beautiful picture of Tyrell Biggs and how he navigated his career as well. And then Jason with Jim Thorpe. I did not know that the detail of his mother sewing a sock for him, his mother, making shoes for him. Those little details, those minute things are what really resonate with me all the time, because they paint such a beautiful picture. So Jason gets my vote again, topic 2. Avi, amazing topics, my friend, and amazing conversation you had with those 3 individuals.
Appreciate it. Well, guys, outro is coming up in about a minute, but first we have to find out who won this match.
Go.
Yeah, there is that. By the way, how passionate were the votes coming in the comment section?
Oh gosh,
the breakdowns. We appreciate how you guys break down your votes. That's also.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't think I think I put my foot in my mouth. I said, hey, the next round, only 1 out of 3 move on in a 3-way match. Tonight is the first sign of how difficult that might be. 1 out of 3? How are we going to do this for an entire round? 1 out of 4 in a 4-way match, or 1 out of 3 in a 3-way match is going to be darn near impossible, in my humble opinion. Wow. You guys are going to be seeing our TKN hosts, because, by the way, they cannot wait to be on screen to find out next week's match. They're waiting for the outro. We got Miranda back there. We got Peaceful. We got Pete. Kelly and Joe will be joining us any moment right now backstage. Guys, I guess the drum roll is appropriate, Mr. Collado. Yes, Red Pill, you're right. Drum roll. Yeah, you can do better than that, Howard. It's a Saturday night. Guys and gals and pals. Unfortunately, there will be no more second chances. Only one will move on. I don't have a video, but I have a picture, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, even though a video is worth 1,000,000. But right now, guys and gals and pals, I've given you more than enough words. Right now, it's time to show you a photo, because we're going to find out which one of these, and it was very close between all 3. Actually, 2 votes separated first and second place.
What?
You can even see the look of shock in my face over here. How about that? Guys and gals and pals, moving on to round number 3 is none other than, on second thought, do we want to advance only 1? No, guys, I promised I would. 1 out of 3. And the winner.
Oh, boy.
And moving on to the 3rd round, which gets more and more challenging. You can breathe easy, guys and gals, because it is the one and only. Jason London moves on to round number 3. By 2 votes over Gene Banks, Jason London will be in round number 3 of the TKN Celebrity Tournament. Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts, guys.
Oh, well deserved. Congratulations, Mr. London. Great job to Gene Banks, to Erin
And if
O'Brien.
you guys don't agree, blame our on-screen judges, Howard and Giselle, for their votes.
Blame us. Blame us.
Jason London moves on to round number 3 of the TKN Celebrity Tournament. It was so close. Again, two votes separated, Gene and Jason. We give it up to Erin O'Brien as well, who always is a crowd favorite. And as you guys see, we're going to see Erin and we're going to see Gene as well. I love the use of the word love tonight. There was a lot of it. Gene used the word love. Jason used the word love. I did as well. Everything from Andre the Giant to soft rock singer. How about that as part of our new game of I'd Pay as an option? We found out Andre could be an option.
As MMA fighter?
Amy Herman is an MMA fighter. We found that as well, yeah. Guys, please, Renault, thank you for joining us. Red Pill, every one of you, do not go. We've been hyping up the outro for a reason. We're going to play it right now, but how can we play it without the rest of the TKN family, guys? Let's bring them all in right now. Let's bring in, still the king, Mr. White. How are you, Kelly? Kelly White is in the house, guys and gals. Kelly, just a very brief word. Ready for the outro?
Man, I'm looking forward to this. I need to know who this third guy is, man. Third person. I don't know.
That's very true. Kelly, could be anybody. How about the peaceful one, guys and gals and pals? We're so excited. We might need to take a deep breath. He can teach us that. We saw that last Wednesday. Peaceful Pete, are you ready for the outro?
Thank you. Of course. I heard it's going to be a huge, huge person. I had to be here tonight, very peacefully.
Live, guys and gals. He's joining us. And of course, guys, where there's a peaceful Pete, there's a peaceful Phil. So Phil is joining us tonight as well. Of course, fresh off the heels of his controversial victory this past Wednesday, which may or may not be addressed. We'll see. Phil, yeah, got anything to say? Looking forward to the outro, Phil?
Bring it on, baby. I've been waiting. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, Pete needs to get some of that darkness out of your life. Look at the darkness peeping up there on that lake behind you, guys. I don't think the peaceful vibes are not in full effect when it comes to Phil just yet. Wouldn't you agree, Miranda? She's here for the outro as well.
Mm-hmm. I do agree, and I am very excited for the outro.
Right, guys, the remnants of the darkness there, but Miranda's here, Pete's here, and of course, guys and gals and pals, your voice is my choice, and who knows more about voices than Joe Rositano? Welcome, Joe.
Hello. Welcome to me and to all of you.
This is great. The whole fam is here. So, guys and gals and pals, without further ado, what time is it, Howard? What time is it?
Outro time, baby!
Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about?
I'm going to pause this for a moment. Why not? Willie Wilson thinks Phil rigged this whole thing against Miranda this past Wednesday. We're going to address that, Will. A very good comment. And guys, look at the sheer size of third rounders in this flyer. Kelly White's there. Giselle's there.
That's huge.
Guys and gals, Miranda's very close to being there. Pete's in round number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is an entire... I can't even say what this is. This lineup here is it's awe-inspiring. And remember, not too many left in round number 2. Final lap, outro. Right after the top 10, you will see who we have next week. And that third person specifically, all 3 are incredible. What do you see the second one? All 3 are incredible. When you find out who our third participant is,
can't wait.
It'll be quite fitting, guys and gals. That's all I'll say. So, guys, enjoy the outro. You have a nice time on this program, my friend?
I did, Avi. Thanks, man. This has been awesome. Hey, thinking outside the box, getting some of us are used to just answering the typical, how do you think your day went? Or, just a typical interview. And this is not a podcast. It's more of like, hey, man, this is life. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I am. I'm old school. I like the all-around competition. But at the same time, you're going to have a lot of guys that are real great specialists on each event.
My twin.
Two retired athletes talking about kind of our struggles of pushing through the last, the last years of our careers. Also, the triumph, the tragedy, just kind of like all the stuff that you don't
My biggest thing from the moment that I was
I first started with WWE was that I always wanted to make sure I have my brand. I build my brand. I build my social media.
I often, in regards to myself, when people ask me about, because of the political times we live in and how sensitivity is such a big thing now, my comedy cocaine is uncut. I serve it in the purest, rawest form.
Maybe you do in terms of, because what I've learned is with social media, everything doesn't translate comedically.
Yeah, it was a Neil Simon play, and what was amazing was I ended up rehearsing for 3 weeks with Neil Simon, just the two of us, and he had an office in the Westwood in Los Angeles. And then Neil Simon just started talking, and he didn't say anything. So I was like, well,
George, you decided to get a rug. Good for you, Jack.
I will pay you a fortune. I've never been so impressed. It's a best introduction. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you, my sir.
He got the call when I was sitting there in his office, and he covered the phone and he said, "What size do you wear?" I said, "What size do you need?"
What happened in here? Oh, you need my room. This is no room. This is an accident.
There was a guy named Virtual Small, pro wrestler. Also fought in the Civil War. Nobody talks about those stories.
And all of the actors and directors and athletes and activists and people of different realms and in different worlds come together. This is like a sanctuary for those people because we don't always get to talk about the things that really truly move us. This was about power, money, and make the people of the United States afraid because they'll believe anything if we put it out there. How far can this go before the very, very people that are being made to be afraid or controlled rebel?
In the Navy, my father was a CB in the Navy as well during Guantanamo, during the Bay of Pigs. So my uncle was Arthur Griggs, drove General MacArthur in the World War II theater.
Wow.
So, it was definitely in my family as well. So it was a part of my. It was Army. I was Army. Definitely part of my heritage.
Let's go to the 20th century. If you were going to name 10 important people, the two of you, how many women would be on that list?
I had developed cancer, and I was stupid enough to tell the boss. I went for chemo at 6 in the morning and arrived on the set at 8:30.
This was the 50s, Leave It to Beaver, the whole 50s, a wonderful time, but a very, in a way, oppressed time in its own way when I look back on it.
In fact, I ended up wrestling some of the wrestlers I grew up being a fan of, the Crusher, Mad Dog.
Encouragement from my family, might be writing a book, or at least compiling, kind of like what you did, of just like a memory, photos and stories. kind of thing that people might find interesting.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. We got to work with the Olsen twins, and I think I did like 13 episodes over the years. They just kept bringing me back every so often.
And we both have a lot of experience and know kind of the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows. And you know, I'm blessed to know you, and I love the fact that we get to get here and just chop it up and meet great people, and I get to spend some time with you. And what a blessing it is.
Probably the most exciting phone call that I'd ever gotten. I'd been waiting for a few weeks, and I had tested for the show, and I felt really good about it. And I got the call that I had gotten the role.
I think we were ahead of time when we went into WWF. We looked at it over when I said that we energized the product.
And there was a lot of story about we walked out on Crockett before, so he said we gave him 2 months' notice, but that's walking out. You don't give him notice, he gives you notice.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, guys. This is it, this is it. But first, I am getting big goosebumps now. All tumbling down, guys. We got. Surprise number 1 is coming up. You know. Guys, here it is. Here it is. I said the following, right? I said it earlier. It starts with love and it ends with love, so this is going to make sense. How fitting it is to find out who our third participant is in the TKN Celebrity Tournament, guys and gals and pals. And once you find out, another final word from me. Round of applause time. Round of applause. Happened 5 days before he passed, guys. 5 days before he passed. guys know, a lot of times these are taped. And Lenny Wilkins, no matter what happens next Saturday, I think we can all agree, will advance to round 3, 4, 5, and beyond, and be the eternal champion of the TKN Celebrity Tournament alongside John Amos and Tom Sizemore. 3 who started, all 3 who tied and advanced. Forever in our hearts. I love you, Lenny. Guys, this entire week, I think we can all agree on screen, is going to be Lenny Wilkins week. One more time. Love you, champ. I miss you.
Lenny.
I'm going to share something with you guys right now from Josh Henderson. Hey, bud, just wanted to send a message. Say sorry to hear about your friend Lenny. Can't believe we got to do a show with him right before he left us. What a blessing you brought us all together. Appreciate and love you, my brother. From Eric Roberts. Can't believe I got a chance to sit next to a man who I watched for 30 years on screen. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless Lenny. So guys, I'm going to do something interesting now with the volume turned down a little bit. I'll see you, Phil. I'm going to bring you in a second as well. Guys, starting with Giselle. We are going to vote next week. But without even knowing the topics, Giselle, Josh Henderson, Lenny Wilkins, and Eric Roberts. Who do you vote for?
I'm not sure this is a fair position. Lenny's gonna have to take at least one of them, and I think it would be real close between Lenny and Eric for the second.
Lenny Wilkins, our top vote getter. Kelly White, who is your unofficial top vote getter?
It's Lenny, because he left some big shoes to fill, and challenges everyone out there to fill them. So, yeah, he's the man. He is the man. That's him.
I concur. I definitely concur. Pete, who is your unofficial top vote getter for next week's match?
It's definitely Lenny, the top vote getter. It's a very tough competitor. He always brought it, and his spirit lives on. It will always live on with TKN.
I concur. Miranda, who is your unofficial pick? We'll make it official next week, guys, but not tonight. It's your unofficial top pick for next week.
It has to be Lenny. I'm just so amazed that we get to see him on TKN another time. I loved his stories, and his smile was contagious, and I'm so happy about this, that we get to see this.
Thank you, Miranda. Mr. Risitano, who is your unofficial top vote getter for next week's match?
For me, it'd definitely be Lenny too. Saw his round 1, had a moment in my life, and glad that we're able to see round 3 or round 2 after that moment. What's Lenny?
Thank you, Joe. Bringing in Phil right now. Phil, who is your unofficial top pick for next week's match?
Wow. That's
It's not fair. I grew up watching Lenny Wilkins play. Greater than man as he was on the court or behind the bench. Greater man. You just like, what a beautiful soul. And finally, Howard Collado, see you up here. Who is your unofficial top vote getter next weekend?
I can hear Lenny's voice in my head every time he was on about loving each other, helping each other, promoting each other. And that was always so much of a beautiful message. So I can only imagine what he shares with us 5 days before. So, yeah, Klein. There's my vote.
And Lenny, for the first and only time in TKN Celebrity Tournament history here on Saturday night, my vote counts. I vote you. And always you. What am I thankful about? I'm thankful that a couple days after Thanksgiving, we get to see and hear Lenny Wilkins one more time.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friends, for being here. Bear with me for one more moment once we go offline. Thank you for joining us as well. Howard Collado, Giselle, hang around. Hang around, guys, for a minute. Mr. Kelly White. I don't have any words. Not yet. But I have my favorite picture to share right now.